Hey, do not worry. I'm not worried.
Do not worry.
Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I'm your host, Anthony, coming to you from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. I'm coming to you solo. I wanted to have the cats here, but they were going fucking crazy. Running around the whole place, running behind the TV, messing with cables, so they're out of the room. I'm also feeling a little bit under the weather. I don't know what's up. My throat kind of hurts, so I don't know how long of a stream this is going to be. Probably like, it's going to top out at 2.5 hours. But we're here chilling. It's a little bit late here in Lebanon. It's 10:40 p.m. So I'm starting a bit later than usual, but that's okay. Hope you guys like the shaved look. I'm going for a little bit of look maxing, a little bit of practicing my mogging skills today. There you go. How about that? How about that, yo? Huh? Clean shaved, exactly. Hope you guys are doing good. As you guys can see over here, we have a members goal. I have increased the members goal to a crazy 600 members. Now, I don't expect to get 600 members, folks, but you know, we gotta be ambitious in life. We gotta aim high. So if you guys would like to support the channel, there are two ways you can do so. You can do so by becoming a member of the channel. Members get an exclusive live stream every single week. You guys will be getting one on Thursday, I believe. And patrons you can support us on Patreon by using this link right here. All these links are also found in the description. Patrons will get reactions of kitchen nightmares. I'll be reacting to kitchen nightmares and uploading 2 of those a month onto Patreon, and I'm going to be filming that tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to be picking one of the restaurants. Wow. This is mush. This is disgusting. Wow. So I'm going to be reacting to some Gordon Ramsay and posting those onto Patreon. And Karine and Nour are working on like a series where they're reading weird books. They're going to do like weird book reviews, book readings with you guys. So patrons, if you guys want some exclusive content, join our Patreon and memberships. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members and patrons. Patrons, got-tier patrons like Elian Mujabir and Daniel Nechle, superhero patrons like Pee-wee Hernan, and Joey Daboul, blonde patrons like Mercedes W, and Myri C, abductee patrons like Wax Wolf, and Deathwish Dina. We love you all. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And let me thank just a handful of our lovely YouTube members like Sabrina BFD, Spam Tana, Diet Mit D Noggering, Shedabel Bushaya, there, that's a name I can read, and Flex in My Crocs. Thank you guys so much. We love you all. And Master D-Roy, thank you. Tony Sardinas? Who's Tony Sardinas? Am I Tony Sardinas? This is Tony, GQ, Anthony. Hello, everyone. What's a Kate line? Ali says, hope you're resting and getting lots of soup. Elsie says, I got mocked so hard. Anthony's Kate line. What is a Kate line? Is it a jawline? Chris says, I'm not used to seeing Anthony without a beard. There you go, guys. I don't need to chew on any of those rubber cubes to get a jawline. I have this beautiful, look at this jawline. Look at this jawline right here. Look at that. Okay. We love you all. Thank you so much to our members and patrons. And you guys don't have to. And by the way, if you've paid for your membership, if you've gifted a membership, if you've been gifted the membership, we love you all. Thank you so much. We love you. But you don't have to do any of those things to support the channel. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior. Leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Engage in the live chat if you're watching live. Join the Discord. Do all them fun things. And if you want to do me an extra little favor, if you guys want to be extra nice, you guys can subscribe to the Do Not Worry gaming channel, where I'm currently playing Dark Souls 2 with my best friend Elias, who is currently recovering from surgery. So we're taking the week off from playing Dark Souls together. I might play some Dark Souls 2 solo this week, but he'll be back next week, hopefully. And I'm also playing some Avatar, so subscribe to the gaming channel. I'm going to plug that link right in the live chat and pin it. Pin. There we go. Master D-Roy says the beanie glasses and no beard combo is freaking me out. I'm a different person. It's very easy for me to change. Sugar says no, because literally, who is this man on my screen? I could change very easily, guys. It's a matter of shaving, putting a hat on, taking a hat off, changing my glasses. All of a sudden, you got a new man. Hello, everyone. I am Anthony. Nice to meet you. Okay. With all that down, much love to everyone here. Quick updates. Let me open up my topics. Short episode, like I said. Lego updates. The call was postponed to tomorrow. But it's looking good, honestly. Like, we're texting regularly. Like, they have my number. He's sending me, asking me questions like, hey, what else do you need? Stuff like that. So I think it's looking good. I'm hoping that we're all gonna be seeing that Rivendell set together. Okay, so we're gonna talk tomorrow. I even asked for some of those, like, there's apparently like transparent pieces that I saw in some YouTube videos that you can like just plug your Legos into, like move them around. So I'm gonna you bet your asses I'm gonna reenact some scenes from the movie. You know what I mean? Oh, Frodo Baggins. We're gonna have some fun with that fucking Lego set. So the Lego's going good. The call's tomorrow. I think it's gonna go well. Let's hope. Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh god, Chris scared me. Chris is like, I'm contacting Anthony ASAP. Some stranger is streaming on his channel. I'm like, have I been hacked? Is someone else streaming on my channel? You're talking about me. Little old me. Drax says, how good is it when everyone can win? I know, right? I know. They're happy. I'm happy. You guys will be happy with that set. It's gonna be. I mean, again, I don't know if I'm getting the set. I don't know anything yet. I'm getting ahead of myself, to be honest. But it's encouraging. We're talking. They're nice people. Okay, so that's the Lego update. The Jad update. The gentleman that we talked about yesterday who had made that video that some might call slightly Islamophobic. I invited him to call back onto the show for a Zoom call to explain himself and to hear me out and hear us out. Like, why do we think his video is extremely Islamophobic? Especially as a Lebanese person who's uploading that, like, you know. He replied today. I told him, hey, let me know when you want to set up a Zoom call. Any day between like now and Thursday. He was like, listen, man, I'm doing like this thing. I'm busy for 3 weeks. We can only talk on weekends. So, I mean, let me know if there's a weekend and I'll try to free myself up for the weekend. So, you might say maybe he's trying to dodge the conversation. He might be trying to dodge the conversation. And I don't know how interesting this conversation is going to be like 2 weeks from now. Like, we're all going to forget about it. So, I don't know, guys. You know what I mean? He didn't seem like he was too open to criticism anyways. He still has the video up. He's still leaving those racist comments up. I don't think he cares. But hey, I'll tell him, listen, let's aim for like this weekend. I don't want to waste a weekend on this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he doesn't. No, he's actually, look, I don't want to get into what he's doing, but like, it's not an alpha male bootcamp, no. So that's the Jad update. I was looking forward to that call. That could have been fun. That could have been different for the channel. You know what I mean? That could have been something new. He doesn't want to face the music. Okay, so quickly, we talked about also yesterday. Yesterday was a fun stream, though. Yesterday was an amusing stream. We talked about the boys' night, the cringiest boys' night in the history of boys' night, where Andrew Tate, his brother Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Clavicular, all these idiots went out to party and listen to the Hitler song at the club and in the limo, and they all got in a bunch of trouble, and then the club had to put out a statement. Well, they were in the news, actually. Like, they made it onto like local Miami news, talked about the happenings of the club. Okay, let me turn the shit down a little bit. And let me turn my audio down a little bit.
People laughing and celebrating Heil Hitler and Adolf Hitler. I cannot believe we're even seeing this. And
this is Mayor Stephen Miner. Ooh, okay. That's the mayor. God damn it. I didn't know it got to the mayor. Chris corrects and says gays night. Idubbbz says he's afraid, aka Ambikasa. I mean, look, guys. He probably doesn't look. I mean, he knows we're not gonna let him get away with it, right?
Witness in Miami Beach.
A Miami Beach nightclub catching heat, accused of celebrating hate with a song about Hitler.
Absolute disgust.
Disgusted, horrified.
City leaders reacting to videos making the rounds on social media.
Oh shit, the mayor is Jewish? Oh yeah, that is, dude, yeah, that's so fucked. That's extra fucked.
Featuring the Kanye West song with the lyrics Heil Hitler over and over again. The same men seen in the club, known as controversial influencers, are also in a video.
They look so stupid, but like, I guess they got what they wanted, right? If this was all just about more publicity than they got the publicity.
From a limo. In that one, they're singing, and one of them is performing a Nazi salute.
To have people in our city celebrating this.
This is the commissioner, Joe. His name is Joe Magazine? Shit, hey, I'm Joe Magazine. Hey. Hey, yo, that's a cool fucking name. Commissioner Joe Magazine, City of Miami Beach. The guy looks fucking scary, by the way.
Animals.
This is obviously not welcome in Miami Beach. It should not be.
This is Commissioner David. Commissioner David. I don't know why he's not Italian. Holy shit, Nola Magnolia gifting 5 Do Not Worry memberships. W's in the chat for Nola, folks. Thank you so much, Nola. That's so sweet. W's in the chat. That's so generous. Thank you, Nola.
Welcome anywhere in the world.
And by the way, I spoke to other club operators. They are not welcome in their club. How they got into this club, open arms, I want to know how.
The videos are from Saturday night. This one inside the Club Vendome at 743 Washington Avenue. The club releasing a statement on social media that
we read the statement yesterday.
Reads in part, "We want to be unequivocally clear. Vendome and our hospitality group do not condone anti-Semitism, hate speech, or prejudice of any kind." It goes on to state, "We are deeply disturbed by the harm caused by this incident and the circulation of this footage." The post explains the business is looking into safeguards and procedures to make sure this doesn't happen again. As for the men in the video celebrating the song, the mayor has this message.
It's disgusting, it's shameful, and you are not welcome in Miami Beach.
I mean, he's right, honestly, that there should be no, I mean, you can't have any leniency for like fucking Nazi behavior. And this is whatever you want to call it. It's Nazi behavior. You got a bunch of people in a club celebrating a song about Hitler, doing the fucking, putting their arms up in the air, doing the fucking Nazi salute. Like, it's pretty unacceptable. Like, at the very least, clubs should be able to distance themselves from clients like that will drive away business. Like, you know what I mean? All these people's fans, Sneeko fans, are like fucking 12 years old. You think they can afford to go to a club and pay for a table and, like, you know what I mean, get business to this money? As much as you want to say, like, but it's good publicity. Andrew Tate's there. No adult listens to Andrew Tate. There are some idiots out there, I'm sure, but, like, you know. So you can't even say this is good publicity. No, these people's fans are not going to go spend money at the Vendome. They can't afford it. They can't even get in. They're 11 and 12. They're children. So.
And the club, the owners of the club or the management of the club also said in the statement that they are working to determine who allowed that song to be played so that they can be held accountable. We're live in Miami Beach. Jessica Holly, 7 News.
Tamina says Nick Fuentes is probably enjoying all this. Nick Fuentes is now just saying the N-word openly. He's like, yeah, I'm an N-word and I can do, like, it's just that it's insane. It's crazy. Here is a new statement by Vendome. An update. Vendome has completed its internal review of the unfortunate circumstances and events that occurred in our premises and has taken decisive action. This isolated incident involved 3 people which have been terminated from their employment and are no longer affiliated with Vendome. Vendome has a zero-tolerance policy towards anti-Semitism or any other form of discrimination. So 3 people have been fired. Probably the DJ. Poor guy. The DJ's gone. I don't know who else, man. Like, who else could it be? Like the manager, probably the general manager. Like, how could you allow this to happen? How could you let the song play for more than 20 seconds? As soon as you heard the first Heil Hitler, how could you let it play for any more time? So you're also fired. So probably I would say the DJ, the general manager is probably gone. Who else could be gone? Maybe the bouncer who let them in, or whoever the liaison was that, like, invited those guys in, or like got them their table. They should have been like, who, as soon as you saw that the table had any of those names on there, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Andrew Tate, you should have known not to let them into our club. Too controversial. Bam. I say those are the 3. Yusuf says maybe the bouncer, but like the bouncer is too low level. Like the bouncer's job, the bouncer can't decide, like, yo, these people are too controversial to let into the club. That decision should be left to management and owners. I don't think the bouncer should have to worry about that. The bouncer is making, like, not all that much money. So yeah, people are saying the doorman. I don't think so. I think DJ, general manager, and whoever took that reservation, whoever that might be. Although Vendôme was not aware in advance of the incident, however, it should have never occurred. Vendôme has... Oh, sorry, but... We have also permanently banned the individuals involved in this incident from the Vendôme premises. They are no longer welcome at our establishment under any circumstances. Although Vendôme was not aware of the incident, however, it should never have occurred. Vendôme has implemented new protocols and safeguards, including strict content controls, which probably means no song requests ever again, enhanced management oversight. There you go, the management. So content controls mean the DJ's gone, basically. You know, we're gonna change the person who controls the content there. Enhanced management oversight. Manager's fucking gone. The manager's gone. You guys know that. A zero tolerance enforcement policy to ensure our venue is never used as a platform for discrimination, hate, or anti-Semitism or any other behavior. So, and zero tolerance enforcement. So I also think they're kind of saying, like, we don't want these people in our club to begin with. So you could think it's the doorman, but again, the doorman is too low level, I think, to be blamed for it. Unless it's like a high level, like, doorman that's more of like a, kind of like a doorman slash like a concierge at like a hotel who kind of is plugged into everything that's happening in like society and social media and pop culture. Like maybe it's like they have two doormen, like a guy and like maybe it's like ushers or something. I don't know. To ensure our venue is never used as a platform for discrimination, hate, anti-Semitism, or any other behavior harmful towards our community. With an exclamation point. They're serious. We recognize the real harm this incident may cause to the Jewish community and to Miami Beach as a whole. I mean, I think Miami Beach will be fine, guys. Just don't let these idiots into your club. Vendôme remains committed to providing a respectful and inclusive space and environment for all our members of our community, and we will continue to act accordingly. I mean, look, no doubt this is a horrible PR incident for the club. Like, this is so fucking bad. You know what I mean? To have the Batman Rogues Gallery, the shitty ones, you know what I mean? In your club, praising Hitler, it's not a good look. Yusuf says, I would never play Kanye again to be safe. Drac Derpa says, seriously, Fuentes looked like those scenes in Lord of the Rings. Oh, yeah, like he's a little hobbit. He does kind of look like a hobbit. He's got like the brown hair, the nice like auburn, you know, little bushy hair, like a hobbit. But like, don't ruin Lord of the Rings for me. Come on, we're about to build Rivendell, hopefully, fingers crossed. I do not want to imagine Nick Fuentes as one of my little minifigures, again, which is the correct term. I'm learning all the lingo terms, folks. Dual molded pants, dual molded legs. Oh, $2 dono by Matthew Velasquez says, we need a tier list of the voices that you do. Would you? I think there's like I don't think there's enough voices that I do for a tier list, but thank you. What did I just do a voice recently? I don't even remember doing a voice within the last like 10 minutes. There's this clip. We're almost done. We're not going to go back. We went over this event yesterday in a lot of detail, but there's this clip that we missed of Justin Waller telling Clavicular why he should never take a woman on a dinner date. It's a waste of time and money. Again, I cannot believe these people are real. And the people that consume this, like, what are they? Like, again, this is unreal.
I don't take bitches to dinner. The only dinner a woman will ever go to with me is when I'm meeting other men, but like
That's...
I don't take bitches to dinner. The only dinner a woman will ever go...
Already, the start of the sentence. I don't take B words out to dinner. You know?
Go to with me is when I'm meeting other men.
Like, come on. The only dinners women are allowed to come with me to is when I'm meeting other men. You're not beating the gay allegations, by the way, just when you say things like that. Which, again, hey, we love our gay community. Just embrace being gay, man.
But like a one-on-one dinner with a girl is a mistake.
And girl, stop. This is, by the way, this is a 38-year-old man who looks easily 45 to 50. He's 38 years old. Stop calling them girls. Stop calling them girls. They're men. Women. Sorry. He keeps talking about men all the time. They're women. Women. Okay, and just kiss Clavicular. We know you want to do it.
Waste of fucking time and money.
3 hours of fucking garbage.
Let me tell you what a dinner...
3 hours of fucking garbage, bro. And then he's gonna leave this clip and go try to talk to a girl inside or something. Like, what? What is this? Again, should I just get into this grift? Hey guys, don't take girls out to dinner. This is so fucking stupid.
What me and a woman looks like. Woman sits next to me, looks hot. The other men at the table respect that, and we talk about business, and I genuinely ignore her the whole time. I don't take bitches.
Dude, this is literally like a 15-year-old who thinks he's like an edgelord who's talking about like his dates. Yeah, I don't even talk to my date when I go out on the date. It's like so stupid. I gotta listen to this shit again, man.
I'll tell you what a dinner with me and a woman looks like. Woman sits next to me, looks hot. The other men at the table respect that, and we...
let's deconstruct that for a second. The woman who's with me at dinner, she's there, she's sitting next to me, looks hot. Okay. The other men at the table respect that. So that means they must acknowledge the hotness, right? You see this woman that I brought with me? Acknowledge that she's hot. We acknowledge, we respect it. Now let's move on to business. You know, you got to get that acknowledgement. You got to get that. They got to respect. And also, I think by respect, he means like they respect that she's beautiful, but they also know that she's my woman. So they're going to respect that and like not talk to the woman. They're not, you know, so they're going to sit there. They're going to look at my woman, my beautiful woman, but they're not going to talk to her. They're going to respect the fact that she's hot. That's it. That's as far as it goes. Then she shuts the fuck up and then we talk business. The boys talk business. Yeah, Moppo calls it respect. Absolutely, that is respect right there. Okay. Dizzle McFizzle sends $5 and asks, have we seen Idubbbz D yet? I just got here. No, not yet. Idubbbz D has not been seen yet, but that's coming soon. So yeah, this is probably the dumbest clip I've ever seen.
We talk about business,
and apparently I just saw something on Twitter. This guy's like on crystal meth. This guy's doing like crystal meth to lose weight and whatever the fuck. Like this dude is fucking crazy, man.
Genuinely ignore her the whole time. I don't take bitches for dinner. They're only dinner.
Anyways, the good stuff. Good stuff. I think we should sit down and watch that whole live stream sometime. I think there's a lot to deconstruct in there. Yusuf asks, so they date women for the approval of other men? Yeah, that's some weird level of toxic man. Yeah, like he doesn't even want to talk to her. She's just like there to like, the other men have agreed that I have a beautiful woman with me. I don't give a shit if she has a good time. I don't give a shit what she orders. I just don't give a shit that she's there at all. So anyways. Yeah, Irene says the music in the background, I love. That's like the alpha male badass music. Okay, moving on. We're moving on to H3.
Do we say that it's official?
Starting
Do we
with
say that
the first clip, okay? It's official. Olivia has left the podcast, folks. They have announced it. Olivia has left the podcast. So the H3 podcast is back after like a month off or something. Talking about Iran, obviously within the context of Idubbbz and Anissa, or otherwise, why else would Ethan want to talk about Iran? Other than trying to make Israel look good and to make Anissa and Israel and Idubbbz look bad. So first of all, the announcement that Olivia is not coming back to the show, as I mean, most of us suspected at this point.
do we say that it's official? Olivia is
She's not returning.
Yeah.
You just did.
Yeah. I mean, I think we might as well because we didn't know ourselves either. We were kind of waiting, you know, and Phil.
She kept them guessing for a while. She kept them waiting. I think it's probably for the best at this point. They've already hired like 12 new crew members or some shit. So I think it's good. You know, it took a long time. I think Olivia, out of all of them, you know, has the potential to make it out on her own. You know, I'm not gonna watch. You know, but it's not I'm not the target demographic, anyways.
Everybody was filling the air, but Olivia did make a final decision, and she does have something exciting else going on. And
yeah,
I think she will probably come pay a visit sometime soon.
She's gonna be a friend of the show, in fact.
Yeah.
When we do the members drive, which is gonna happen. When is St. Patty's Day? That's when we usually do
March 2017, something around there.
We don't have to wait that long. But anyway, she's like, I'm gonna come in and do segments still. I'm gonna come in during the members stream, so we'll see her.
So we will see her. She's doing great, and she's
watching every episode.
She's watching every episode.
Yeah.
And she has something that she's excited about, so we're happy. Yeah. But yeah, I don't.
So she's gonna collab with them still. I mean, look, obviously, I think her leaving and choosing to distance herself from the podcast, I don't know what her reasons are. None of us really know. You know what I mean? Maybe it's because she doesn't want to be associated with the show because of like the Zionism stuff. Maybe it got too stressful for her, but she still loves them, and she doesn't, and she still cares for Ethan and Hila. And I know people might be quick to judge and be like, well, the fact that she's still going to go there and make appearances means that she's okay with it. Look, I think she's kind of young. She's kind of intimidated by them. I think if she tells them that like she's cutting them off completely, it's going to make it seem like she hates them. She probably doesn't want Ethan and Hila to think that she hates them, and she probably doesn't hate them. She's worked with them for many years. Even if she disagrees with them politically, I don't think she necessarily is. She might completely, like, she might hate them. You know what I mean? I don't think that's the case. So I think her appearing on a couple of member streams here and there, doing a couple of little appearances here and there. She's also friends with a lot of people on the crew, so you got to keep that in mind. Her seeing if she wants to see her friends, I mean, she could probably see them in their spare time, in their free time. But I wouldn't judge her too harshly on that. Her still kind of tangentially being associated with the show. I think we got to give these people some credit. I mean, if we're going to criticize them for being there, Are we going to criticize him for quitting as well? I don't know, right? So, I don't know. People in the chats, what are they saying? People are saying, what's the point of leaving? I mean, yeah, look, I get it. I get it. I mean, look, we can use Sam as an example. Sam kind of left, you know, and has never associated with the show again. Ian has left, and I don't know if he's ever going to, like, make an appearance. I think she's just intimidated, honestly. You know what I mean? I think she's she doesn't want to get on their bad side. She's worried of getting on their bad side. I think she might think, that's just me being maybe too charitable, if you guys want to say. Okay. You can accuse me of being too charitable. I'll take it. But I think she's trying to have her cake and eat it too. She's trying to like not upset anyone. She's trying to appease sort of like the people that she thinks are angry at her for being at the show. Like, hey, look, I left. You know what I mean? And she doesn't want to upset the Ethan and Hila crowd. So she's like, but look, I'm still making appearances. I'm still technically a friend of the show. Only time will tell. Look, Olivia is not someone whose content I would have ever consumed regardless, separately. When talking about the stuff that she talks about, that's her own thing. The makeup tutorials. Calamity says, this is too kind of you, Anthony. I mean, aren't you guys used to that already? Just that's it. I'm going to try to be nice as often as I can. I'm not. Look, she left the show. She left the show, so that's a good thing. Probably should not make appearances, but who am I? Who am I to fucking, you know? You guys could have whatever, you know, opinions you guys want. Hello, Haley. How's it going? Drax says, to be fair, she should have kept Ethan, letting her pay as long as possible. You think they were still paying her this whole time? I don't think so. I think she was probably like on, I don't think she was getting paid still, right? Maxi says Ian has his own YouTube channel. Yeah, I do know. Yeah, his channel is kind of cool. But yeah, good for her. Good for her. I wish it was more of a complete break. But then again, you know what I mean? Look, she's not. That's what makes people like Sam fucking badasses, right? Not everyone on the H3 crew was created equal. They're not equally. They don't all have the same personalities. Cam, I used to love Cameron. Cam is also still a friend of the show. Wants to make appearances and stuff like that. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So far, the ones that have like made the cleanest break, I say, are Sam and Ian. But like, hey, good for Olivia. Good luck with whatever future endeavor she has. Hopefully, you know, she doesn't find herself in a similar situation, because again, they all kind of found themselves in a shit situation. All right, let us get to their episode, shall we? So let me just go to the H3 podcast real quick. So the episode was called Everything is Changing. H3 show. Let's go. Here's the thumbnail for those of you that are curious. Ba-bam. All right. Where to even begin? I have some time codes written down. So we talked about Olivia leaving. Ethan has harassed Cam's partner, according to Ravy Baby. Really? How? How so? Maxime says, I would be afraid of them too. They're batshit crazy. Honestly, you don't want to get on their bad side. Like, she spent the last 2 years seeing how Ethan talks about his ex co-hosts, family members. Like, Ethan and Hila go after their own family on their show, like the parents of their nephews. You know, their nephews' parents, their nieces and nephews. Hila talk shit about her brother on stream. They make fun of Hassan, of Trisha, of their brother's wife. You know, Moses. Their ex-best friends. There's no one they don't talk shit about. So I also cannot blame a young, slightly naive ex-employee from wanting to like completely sever ties out of fear of what they might say about her online. You guys, you have to keep that in mind as well. They're fucking crazy, man. Once those people hold a grudge and they hold on to that grudge. I thought I held grudges. You know what I mean? Like, those people hold a fucking grudge. They're still talking about Trisha and Moses, and it's been fucking years. Hassan, it's been going on for like 2 years now. No end in sight. Ian and Anissa, no end in sight. Like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, their fan base is crazy. Honk Big said their fan base is obsessive. They're crazy. Usha Vance is pregnant. Holy shit! Another little brown baby for JD. JD. Okay, so let me. 36 minutes and
we'll
11
wrap
seconds.
together.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the whole segment of Ethan talking about Idubbbz and Anissa. Here we go. Let's just start it here. H3 is back. If you guys want to watch the full episode, watch it on their channel. We're just going to react to a little bit of it. If you want to watch it without my commentary, etc., etc.
7 million subscriber channel, and now streaming to he's still with the hot takes, and now and he's doing great. Now streaming to being Idubbbz has a map on. They're now streaming.
Yeah.
They've
Okay. Idubbbz and Anissa segment. Let's go.
Over the top.
They've moved on. They're now streaming political content, and Idubbbz has amassed a huge audience from his 7 million subscriber channel on YouTube, and being a YouTube starlet,
legendary,
beloved by all. He is now streaming to approximately 100 people on Twitch, and he's doing great. And he's still with the hot takes, and now
listen. Shout out! I got 158 people watching right now. Welcome all. It's nice being a small independent streamer, isn't it, folks? You know what I mean? Not everyone has to stream to 10,000 people, Ethan. Again, ask your own crew when they stream how many people are watching them. Like, aren't you technically making fun of your own crew and their view counts when you're making fun of Idubbbz's view count? Because I can think of a couple of your crew members that get, you know, about 100 people watching them live.
This clip started to go viral. First, it started on live stream fails. This is when I first saw it. 15,000 likes. So, I mean, that's pretty significant. And what happened is this guy, Madi.
The fact that Ethan is still using live stream fails as some kind of a reference after discovering like the fucking stale 2000 fucking dude, which I didn't even talk about here. That fucking freak who like runs the channel to like just shit on Hassan and like Hassan's friends and shit like that. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, look, it was on top of live stream fails, like live fucking stream fails. This fucking dude, Ethan. Where is that guy? That fucking guy, man. Such a weird fucker, man. Where can I even find that video? Look, I'm not even gonna, you guys know what I'm talking about. This fucking guy. This fucking dude. He's the guy.
Hello, Spez, Mr. CEO of Reddit. I hope
this is who Ethan's listening to. This is Ethan's reference for internet drama and stuff. Isn't that funny?
Hope you have received this public video that I have created and sent to you via your email. I'm Brian, or Stale2000, or Tarot Card. I was the top moderator of your #1 gaming subreddit, r/livestreamfail, before I was.
Dude, this guy's like a parody. This guy's like a parody of Redditors. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have designed a better looking Reddit. What you think in your mind could be a Reddit moderator of like a community like LSF, specifically LSF. Moderators are all normal, beautiful people. So shout out to our moderators. We love you guys. Nupfo, hello. Yes, my face is naked. Looks maxing. I'm mogging. 1, 2, 3, mog face. All right, there we go. Mogged hard. Y'all just got mogged. Okay.
From 90 Day
They're at the top of LSF.
Fiance, he is migrating here from Iran. Here's his wife, Stevie, a lovely couple. And he's talking, he just basically is fresh off the boat, as they say. And he's talking about his experience, you know, of coming from Iran and the culture shock you get.
And by the way, just we know why Ethan is covering Iran. The only reason he's talking about Iran, do I still have those things here? I do. So these are just some of Ethan Klein's old Instagram stories from like last week or something. Like, yeah, I think it was last week. Do I have it? Where's that other one? One moment. Oh yeah, this one. Like stories like this, for example. to try to make Iran like this is look, over 12,000 feared dead after Iran protests as video shows bodies lined up. This is catastrophic. This is more than Israel killed in their first week of invasion. Just to put it in context, like why would he use this? Like, you know what I mean? Just to show you how to try to paint Iran in the worst possible light. And again, fuck the Iranian government, fuck any government that attacks its own people and oppresses its own people. But to be like, this is catastrophic. This is more than Israel killed in the first week of invasion. He's just saying that to justify attacking Iran, to justify vilifying Iran, and to try to make Israel look less bad by comparison. So that when people try to complain about Israel bombing Iran, it's like, but look, they killed 12,000 in a week, more than Israel, so they're worse. Israelis are objectively less bad. And then by using that logic, shouldn't Ethan agree that Hamas is better than the IDF because Hamas has objectively killed way less people than the IDF? Like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't even follow his own internal logic. Iran killed more people. That means they're worse. Well, what about the IDF? Don't talk about that. Talk about Iran. And also because Anissa and Idubbbz had reacted to that video. That's the only reason. He spent like a week sharing stories about Iran within the context of Idubbbz and Anissa. It was crazy. He shared the picture of a bloodied woman. Do I have that picture somewhere here? Let me see. Look at that. He shared a photo on his Instagram. Look at this. A Marabou, Idubbbz and Anissa. This is like an old woman, bloodied, hurt, probably punched in the face by Iranian security forces or something. Okay, and instead of celebrating this lady's courage, he's using this opportunity. He's using this old lady's struggle and protest, and she's putting her life in danger to protest for what she wants and her rights. He's using this as like a gotcha for Idubbbz and Anissa. So this is how much Ethan actually fucking cares about the situation. We've talked about this like 3 times already, so. But I mean, as hard as he tries to make himself seem like he's empathetic about the cause, I don't think he gives a shit, to be honest. So,
from coming to America, and well, here's the clip, and I'll let you guys kind of we'll react together.
On the street, it just feels weird because if you do that in Iran, like they can arrest you. Did you know that?
For dancing? Like this, like
it's a little eye rolly, like why are you presenting it like? It feels like he's fucking paid to do propaganda for
the U.S.
Yeah.
Like the U.S. Like
yeah, so it is illegal to dance publicly in Iran. People are arrested for it, and I mean that's known, right? These fools, these Western white chauvinists, are so ignorant. They think that everywhere is the same as where they live. They take their freedoms, their qualities of life so for granted that they're not even interested in liberating people in Iran because everybody's doing great, just like us. Everybody enjoys all. Of course you can dance in the street publicly. No, dipshit, idiot, morons, worthless. They try so hard not to be racist. They end up being total textbook white chauvinist racists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. And this is clip of the year already, we're calling it.
Yes.
This is the worst take maybe ever. And it gets worse and worse. And by the way, the timing, this just coincidentally happened like 2 days before the brutal.
So again, look, what Idubbbz and Anissa said was probably a little bit like ill-informed. They just didn't know that much. But also what I get what they were trying to say. And there's some truth to what they're saying. And like, I get what they're trying to say. Again, the Western media is always very eager to present Iran as this like Islamic hellhole, and people don't have any rights and women don't have any rights and they can't do anything, and it's like worse than Saudi Arabia. And it's usually in the service of 2 things, of making Islam look bad in a way. It's constant anti-Islam propaganda to justify all sorts of wars in the Middle East. And it's also a way to justify like military action in Iran against Iranians and military intervention. And there's definitely a lot of truth to a lot of the criticism against the Iranian government. I live in Lebanon, bro. Our government is... My life here is directly affected by a lot of things that happen in Iran and by the Iranian government. Iran has a lot of influence here in Lebanon. They have a lot of influence over Hezbollah. Hezbollah has a lot of influence here in Lebanon. So, like, I know Iran's no joke. And the Iranian government does a lot of things that are also against my own personal interests here in Lebanon. So, we're not talking about that. But we're also talking about a situation where you can't just go destabilizing a fucking country and want military intervention. Ethan is pro. We're gonna get to that clip later. Ethan is pro military intervention in Iran, and we're gonna talk about what's happening in Syria right now. There are Kurdish women fighters are getting their heads chopped off right now in Syria. Okay, sure, Bashar al-Assad was a piece of shit dictator, and he should be gone. but not the way it happened necessarily, like leaving a power vacuum and then installing an ex-Al-Qaeda fucking member as the head. Like, it's fucking crazy. Literally, they're releasing ex-ISIS members from prison right now in Syria. And that's our next door neighbor. And who defends Lebanon versus ISIS? Who helped defeat ISIS a few years ago? Hezbollah. And who is Israel and the US actively trying to weaken here in Lebanon? Hezbollah. Now you have Al-Qaeda and ISIS running Syria, and they're trying to weaken Hezbollah and Lebanon, our only line of defense. All of this shit has massive geopolitical implications. And something that happens in one Arab nation has direct impacts on another Arab nation. Like right now, reading what I'm reading of what's happening in Syria, I get a little scared for Lebanon as well. And not like, and you guys hear me and you think, so are you pro Bashar al-Assad? Of course not. Bashar al-Assad and his dad invaded Lebanon for years. They killed tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of Lebanese people. That's how complicated the situation here in Lebanon. But no, Ethan wants to talk about Iran because Idubbbz and Anissa made a video.
Islamic Republic of Iran, the Ayatollah's brutal regime murdered 16,000+ people in protest, in an unprecedented violent clash. And it's, I mean, the timing, although
quality is getting a little crispy.
What's happening in Iran is heartbreaking. The timing is very funny.
The timing is very funny. Look at that. Look at that. Man who cares about Iran? Listen to how he describes the situation.
Protest, in an unprecedented violent clash. And it's, I mean, the timing, although what's happening in Iran is heartbreaking, the timing is very funny for them, for their Schadenfreude.
The timing is very funny. Although what's happening in Iran is very sad, and he's going to pretend, oh, I care for the Iranian people and everything, but it's very funny. The timing is just hilarious because it gives me content to make fun of Idubbbz and Anissa on my show.
It's not over. Well, okay, I'm going to play it, though, because it's only 20 seconds in, and it's a 5-minute.
McG asks, what's the deal with Jolani? Jolani is basically an Israeli-American puppet. He's a piece of shit ex-Al-Qaeda member. And you got Syrian defense forces are murdering a bunch of Kurdish people around in Syria, and they're decapitating Kurdish women's heads. It's fucked up. They've captured a bunch of Kurdish women to use as fucking sex slaves. It's pretty fucking wild, man. And Jolani is completely sponsored by the US and Israel. So technically, the US right now sponsors Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And actually, Israel used to be on ISIS. Bro, it's so fucking complicated. ISIS used to hospitalize Israel used to hospitalize ISIS fighters. Did you guys know that? Nola Magnolia, who's been a member for 11 months, thank you so much, sends a message and says, not just Hezbollah, they are trying to enforce the same disarmament on Hash al-Shabi and Iraq, aka the militias that fought back ISIS. The timing, exactly. Everyone who's fighting back ISIS, they're trying to eliminate them so that ISIS takes over the region again, and then that gives the US another reason to attack or invade, or I don't know what the fuck the plan is, okay? I don't understand this shit, but all I know is that it ain't looking good here, man. And ISIS being in power in Syria, and them weakening my only line of defense here in Lebanon, which is Hezbollah. Holy shit, you think our army, you think our military can handle ISIS? God bless them, but they can't.
Nick Clip.
Keep playing it!
All right.
So this is so strange to me because I'm seeing everyone having such a good time here, being so free
and laughing.
But in Iran, you would be.
What did I say? Hasht al-Shabi? Hasht al-Shabi. Hasht al-Shabi.
Arrested on the spot for having any sort of joy.
Why don't you just look it up? Also, what's with the accent?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's okay to do an accent of a foreigner. Now it's not racist when you do it. What's wrong with you?
We don't do Chinese accent, right? We don't do Indian accent.
You guys just do blackface. You guys have just done blackface from time to time. That's okay, right? Wait, if I put myself here, does that cover? Ooh, that does. We don't do accents here. We put makeup. We just do blackface makeup. We do, brown face. I've done all kinds of faces, but accents, not here. Not here. No, no, no. Dizzle McFizzle sends a $5. Thank you. Says, here's another $5 with Canada going with China. Here's some money before we experience our own well-deserved downfall. Free Palestine. I mean, talk about downfalls. We're all going down. We all going down. Okay, thank you, Nola. Thank you. Dizzle, thank you so much for the generous dono. With Canada going with China, I mean, I support Canada for going with China. you know? That's a good move right there.
So, I don't know.
Thank you for your money, Dizzle. Before you lose all your money, you made the right investment by sending it here to me.
Like, where is the consistency?
They don't like him, therefore they can make fun of his accent. What detestable human scum. Scumbuckets. They're the scum at the top of a pond.
All right.
That you fit this oil slick.
Does this seem like a man who just got back from a month-long vacation? Like, weren't you supposed to use the break to, like, relax, enjoy, spend time with your kids, or you just been there, like, boiling in rage? Like, I need to get back to the show to shit on Idubbbz and Anissa. Like, just, come on, man. Chill out, Ethan.
Or something like that.
Or ever feeling joy, they would arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
But literally.
Yeah, it's a little over the top.
Yeah.
It's literally he lives there.
It
What do you
is
mean it's over there?
literally what happened
He just
there.
got here like 2 days ago. He flew from Iran, where he lived his whole life, and is in America. And they're like, bro, stop lying about your lived experience. What?
It's a little over the top.
Western chauvinism, peak. White colonists, bro. These white settlers.
This guy that, like, he grew up in California, in the most beautiful city, San Diego.
Blessed.
Never worked a real job in his life. Now he decided to move to Canada, and he can just do it because he's that, like, fortunate in life. You know, he can just get up and do whatever he
you can go to
wants.
Canada.
And then they're gonna criticize this guy, and they like what he's saying is so silly to them that they are saying it as irony, but that is actually the reality there.
But the irony is that
I mean, look, of course, you got to take what this guy's saying seriously, but you got to also remember he's just one guy. There's millions of people in Iran. Everyone has a different experience, but there's a lot of common experiences among all of them. A lot of people are pro the government. Some people are more against the government than others. Some are less. You're not gonna get. I can get you a guy right now, a Lebanese guy living in the States, to go on the H3 podcast and tell Ethan that he would love Donald Trump to bomb Lebanon and get rid of Hezbollah for him. I can find you also. Every Lebanese person has a different relationship with their country. A lot of us think the same thing. Some of us think completely different things. So this is one man's very valid opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. And his lived experience. And there's nothing I can say to invalidate him because I've never been to Iran. My sister is dating an Iranian person. So that is my closest connection to that country. And I get to learn from the country there, from his perspective, from his family's perspective. And I've tried to speak to him to get as much insight about the situation as I can. You know what I mean? And it's very complicated. It's really very complicated. People there are not a monolith. No, not one community is a monolith. You know what I mean? That does not make what this man is saying invalid at all. But that's just his personal experience. And right now, Ethan is clinging on to this man because A, Idubbbz and Anissa are involved, and B, he thinks that the Iran, like, killing 16,000 people makes Israel look good in some way and can justify military action against Iran, which Israel engaged in a few months ago. And that they're dying to engage in it again. And he wants America to engage in that action again.
it's actually so bad there that they don't believe it. And what it should do is expose their blind spot for how bad it is there, instead of indulging in their own, like,
Biaber says, sorry, just got here, and please bring back your beard. Habibi, listen, the beard takes 2 days. I'm Lebanese. I'm an Arab man. This thing takes like 1.5 days. It's already growing back. Look at that. Can you guys hear that? No, it's a friction. I didn't fully shave it. It's a very close trim. But you got to renew the follicles. Also, I had to, gave myself a little facial this morning. I got to look maxing, guys. Okay, let's mog. All right, mogging time is over. Let's go back to the video.
Chauvinistic Western fantasy about them thinking the whole world's a utopia because they live in, like, a peaceful Western country.
Listen.
Also, like, chauvinist is rich coming from Ethan.
It's unreal, man.
Yeah, he's in a marabou up the ass.
Maybe he's
Marabou?
imagining too much. You're right, Psycho. Not
All he was like, you can't dance in the street in Iran.
Ravy says, I feel like those kids that see their dad without a beard and cry uncontrollably. It's not that bad, guys. I've shaved before. It's not the first time I shave. I trim my beard every, 2-3 weeks. Try to give my face a little break, get to feel the air on my... I can feel the air on my nose now. It's kind of nice, Different experience. The water on my lips.
Like a marabou skull. Chill, bro.
Maybe he's imagining people dancing with their tits out in the U.S.
They're doing the fucking...
G Sauce. What's happening here, G Sauce? G Sauce, we got to be respectful in here. What's that? What's happening here? 1 second, folks. I can't keep up. Oh no, okay, so he's not. So you're joking around. That's good.
Maybe he's imagining it's so much worse.
This capitalism is so great.
No.
Oh, my
She's just like
God.
she's like buzzword capitalism. Got it.
Yeah, no. Is it? Are they kidding or what's happening here?
I mean, it's unreal.
Unreal.
Singing. I can feel the freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. I can relate to that. Like that is how I feel also. And I didn't even come from Iran. I came from Israel, but like there is so much freedom here.
Yeah,
that
you can say whatever you
in-
want, bro.
Even in Israel, I didn't feel
I
that.
love America. There's so much freedom here. Like walking around and being brown and getting attacked by us. Why are you guys licking America's ass so much? You guys not see what's happening in your own country right now? Like, yeah, okay, there's freedom in America. Try to criticize Israel in America. What happens to you? Try to criticize Trump. What happens to you? Try to criticize ICE. What happens to you? Try to park your car in front of an ICE agent. What happens to you? Also, like, you guys know, you already got the citizenship, Hila. That's it. You got this, right? Didn't you get the citizenship? That's it. Don't worry. You're good for now.
That way. And here I'm like, yes, this I feel the freedom here.
You
I
take
do.
that shit for granted. Even in Europe and like the UK, all of a sudden, there's like the defamation laws got so out of control. Like you just talk shit and you get in trouble. Like I could call you a loveless fucking brain damaged loser all I want. And that's the freedom I enjoy here. But you can't do that everywhere, man. Right?
Wow.
Yeah,
It's starting to make her uncomfortable.
What?
I guarantee that's not true.
Dog.
On a leash?
Even on a leash.
But where are
in
you
the
supposed to
street.
keep it?
I don't know, at home?
Okay, so you don't know.
Everything has changed.
He does know. He's there. You don't know. So he says you can't walk dogs in public in Iran.
Yeah, that's terrible.
And again, a simple Google search proves that, again, that is true. You cannot walk dogs in public in Iran. It's very illegal. And actually, I even read some accounts of people being like severely punished for bringing their dog.
Yeah, that's it. I know, for example, in Saudi Arabia, I don't know about the dog situation there, but I know that like in Saudi Arabia, like, yeah, you can't have a dog in the house. I think the way they said it's like in Islam, a dog is considered like maybe dirty or something, so they don't let dogs like in the house or something. That's from what I remember. If someone remembers correctly, let me know. So I guess they have something similar in Iran with dogs.
America, you can shock them on stream.
Yeah, you can electrocute those motherfuckers on stream.
Dizzle McFizzle sends $2 and says, "Don't listen to them, Anthony. You look great." Well, thank you, Dizzle. I appreciate you. Thank you. I also got a mini haircut today, but it's looking weird. So let's give it a couple days.
You know? Shock, shock, shock. We didn't forget, Hassan. We did not forget that you electrocuted your animal. You know? Shock, shock, shock. He's trying to own it. Shock, shock. Let's not forget. And we'll get to that.
I just don't think you have a
48
dog,
hours
bro.
ago,
Yeah.
I was in Iran.
Oh my
Also,
God.
keep in mind, these two people, they're just like having a casual, they're just watching 90 Day Fiance. They're just having a good time. They're laughing. They're making chill commentary. Like, it's not supposed to be taken that fucking seriously. Like, you know what I mean? But because people hate them so much, there's such a massive, like, hate boner for Idubbbz and Anissa. And that fucking idiot LSF mod, people up their fucking asses all the time. Like, now Ethan is interpreting this like they're enemies of Iran, and look at what these evil leftists are saying about Iran. It's like, dude, they're just watching 90 Day Fiance. They're having a good time. You know what I mean? They're finding this guy to be a little bit maybe over the top in their opinion. Like, I've met Iranian people that do not sound like this guy. They're like, oh my God, look, this is so free. This is like, it is a little bit much. And don't forget, he's on camera. He's filming a reality show. I used to work in reality television. I used to work in reality television. A lot of the things you see in reality TV is pushed by producers. Like, come on, Ethan, my guy, dude. I've literally, like, in between takes, you go up to the contestant, like, hey, could you play this up? We've even sometimes asked people to repeat things because you didn't get it clearly in the first take, or the camera guy was a little bit too far, and they think that the moment is nice and it'll work nice. So you literally ask contestants to say the damn thing again. So, and this is all a show. Like, keep in mind, this is a show about people getting visas and people being like, oh my God, I love America. I want the visa. Like, it's great and I love you and this is such a great country. So, like, of course, they're going to, you know, like, I don't know, man. Isn't this part of the show? Like, I don't get it.
That's
No
still
shot,
is
that's
crazy.
true. No-
Haley D says 90 Day Fiance famously not overproduced. It's crazily produced. And again, I've worked in reality TV for like 7 years. 7 years, straight up. So I don't know what to tell you. And also, like, later, we'll get to that part later. I'll tell you guys, like, we'll talk about that in a
Wait, what is it? This still is
bit.
from the show?
Mm-hmm.
They walked past, I'm not going to show it because it's too racy, but they walked past a sex shop of a mannequin that was very out there.
Yeah, so you don't think that was scripted? You don't think them making an Iranian man who's coming from like an oppressive Muslim country walk past a sex shop was not intentional? That is absolutely 100% intentional. Everything is studied. Do you think they just pick a random street to film on? They have to get permits, etc. They have to like make sure that they can film in front of whatever store or whatever the fuck. You don't just like grab a camera and start filming in the streets publicly. You got to get permits. So they knew they were going to walk down that street. They knew they were going to make the guy walk past the sex shop. Why would they want to make a Muslim man walk past the sex shop? To get that exact moment where he's like, oh my God, we don't see this in Iran. By the way, did you know how oppressive Iran is? Again, I'm not saying that Iran is not oppressive. I'm not saying that what the guy's saying isn't true, but they're playing it the fuck up for a reality television show. Okay? Baby Lo Lisa. By the way, I've watched 90 Day Fiance. Baby Lo Lisa, Nigeria. Baby Lo. Hey, Baby Lo. So just keep that in mind as well. This is a reality show. It is very much produced. Okay? Moments are scripted. We used to call them narrative controls where I used to work. Narrative controls. You do things. You plant little things here and there. You plant the character, or you make sure you take them to a location because you know it's going to catalyze, or you call them a catalyst. It's going to catalyze a conversation. It's going to lead. If we put these two characters here after they compete in that challenge, knowing that this guy lost, if we take them and sit them alone for 20 minutes in this forest, they're going to have an intense one-on-one conversation. This will catalyze this event. We're sure that once you put them there, they're going to argue. And then if we tell this character here, sometimes like in those confessionals, when characters sit inside the confessional and they're like talking, the person that's asking them questions will sometimes reveal things to them that another character said about them just to like piss them off. Like, for example, this is just Haley. Hell yeah. Baby girl Lisa. Hell yeah. Haley, you know what I'm talking about. What did I say? Baby Lo? Oh, baby girl Lisa. Sorry. Did I say baby Lo? Baby girl Lisa. So anyways, for example, let's say it's a reality show. There's 10 contestants. They're trying to be the next pop singer. They're living in a house. Okay, let's say I'm one of the contestants and I called Lisa a piece of shit. Okay, I called Lisa a piece of shit, but Lisa doesn't know I called her a piece of shit. I called Lisa a piece of shit to Jamie. I met up with Jamie. I'm like, hey, Jamie, isn't Lisa a piece of shit? Jamie's like, yeah, Lisa's a piece of shit. Lisa goes into the confessional. She doesn't know me and Jamie called her a piece of shit. She's sitting there. The producer is interviewing her. He's like, hey, so what do you think about Anthony and Jamie calling you a piece of shit? She's like, what? Yep, apparently they called you a piece of shit. Anyways, have a nice day. Then Lisa gets back out into the hall. Now suddenly she knows she's been called a piece of shit. And that's how you start a little bit of drama. You know what I'm saying? There's all sorts of tricks and things that you do in reality shows. So again, all of this just to say that him walking by the sex shop was not an accident. It was done to elicit a reaction. And like, you know.
None of this is true. That's what's so annoying about it.
This is so...
This is going to be a lot of people's exposure to Iranians and Iranian culture. They're like,
he doesn't have a dog. He doesn't.
Rouge Sunset says, hello from Brittany Simon's community. Oh, hello. We love Brittany Simon over here. Thanks to Jim D. Dukers introducing us to her. Rouge, welcome. Yeah, hello, sir. Welcome. Our salutations to Brittany Simon.
Know what people do with dogs. A lot of people don't have dogs in Iran. All he knows is you don't see him out there because it's illegal, dumbass. Why do you assume that you know more than him? What an idiot, man. You can feel the brain damage emanating off the screen.
I just wonder sometimes because, like, with Ian, we assume maybe there's brain damage. With Anissa, what's going on?
Born dumb.
Just okay. Because, like, what's the excuse there?
She was born with brain damage. Yeah.
I wonder if, like,
again, Idubbbz and Anissa, friends of the show. I'm sorry that I'm even watching this. I don't want to replay insults to them, but like, hey, I mean, we're just reacting. But I mean, hey, we do not condone any of this stuff.
the policy with dogs is because a lot of people in Islam believe you can't pray somewhere where a dog is. So that might be what the strict regulations.
For sure. I think it's religious, right?
Yeah.
Because Iran is, it's an Islamic state. It's a theocratic state. And if they knew anything, and Anissa's always flexing her like Muslim credentials, her 6% Muslim credentials, she would know that dogs are like haram. Is that right? Haram.
Yeah, well, they're nijis. So like, yeah, it's like, yeah, similar to haram. Yeah.
Yeah. New York Anthony. NY Anthony says they're doing a live react to a reality show, and the Kleins are acting like it's a geopolitical analysis. Exactly. And again, look, I'm not. You think I'm qualified to talk about Iran and stuff? You think Ethan's qualified to talk about Iran?
And so, yeah, but dogs aren't popular in, I think, Islamic countries. Less so, anyway.
Is it safe to say her Islamic card has been revoked since then?
I think it ought to be. I mean, I can't revoke it. It's not mine to revoke, but
they took mine, so I can't.
What, AB's? But you're 100.
Let's go back. This is really offensive.
If they knew, because Iran is, it's an Islamic state. It's a theocratic state. And if they knew anything, and Anissa's always flexing her like Muslim credentials, her 6% Muslim credentials. She would.
Okay, so that's. I mean, he's questioning someone else's their how much of a Muslim they are, how much of an Arab. I'm pretty sure Anissa is 50%, 50-50, half just like AB, half Irish, half Lebanese. So half Muslim, 50% Muslim. No, I think that's the case.
But know that dogs are like.
Not that it matters.
Haram, is that right? Haram.
Yeah, well, they're nijis, so like, yeah, it's
haram. It's haram.
Like, yeah, similar to haram, yeah.
And so, yeah, but dogs aren't popular in, I think, Islamic countries. Less so, anyway.
Is it safe to say her Islamic?
Why is Ethan harping on the dog thing? Because Ethan loves. I'm a dog lover. Muslim. Like, look, I love dogs too. It would be great for dogs to be running around everywhere. Like, just stop. I don't know. To me, just this all comes across as Islamophobic. And I mean, look, I'm not going to feel bad for AB and Lena because they put themselves there. But like, can you imagine being AB and Lena, two Muslims sitting there for 3 hours while like your bosses are just indirectly or directly talking shit about Islam? It's an Islamic state. Women can't do this. Islam doesn't let women do that. Muslims can't do this. Muslims can't do that. And they're like two Muslims just sitting there having to be like, yep. Like, again, they're happy to be there. That's on them. If I were them, if I were a Muslim, I'm not even Muslim. If I were Muslim and like my bosses are just sitting there criticizing everything that they think is wrong with Islam, I'm just like, fuck this. I would not want to be there. Like, you know what I mean? So either they also don't take their faith too seriously, or Ethan respects off camera. Ethan lets me disagree with him. You know, whatever you want. Whimsical Wanderer sent a $2 donut saying reality show, and it's just Gayla and Hila talking. Oh, would you watch that? Hila and Gayla, Galia, what's her name? But yeah, AB's sitting there. I mean, that's probably his face throughout the episode, as Ethan insults his religion.
Card has been revoked since then?
I think it ought to be. I mean, I can't revoke it. It's not mine.
And Whimsical, thank you so much for the dono.
To revoke,
AB.
but
they took mine, so I can't.
What, AB's? But you're 100. Lena, you're. I'm not gonna ask you to do that. But you're 100%, right? Yeah, 100% right there. So you could if you wanted to. But I'm not gonna put you in that position.
Everybody's talking about like you're pure, you're 100%, and it's like kind of like to him he's happy. Like, look, I have 100% Muslim here, so I have, and I'm not calling Lena a token, but like he's like, I have my token Muslim. She's 100%, so she can back me up. She can back up what I'm saying, and she's more of a Muslim than you are, Anissa. That's what, according to Ethan. So I mean, that's kind of also fuck. Just literally using his employees as tokens. Literally, that's what he's doing. You know what I mean? My Muslim employee, who's 100% Muslim, seems to agree with me. Ali Donning sends a $5 donut. Thank you so much, Ali. And says, American intervention never results in anything other than power vacuums and funding warlords. Ethan never cared about any of this before October the 7th. Of course, and yeah, being Lebanese and living in the Middle East, we know all about power vacuums and changing leaderships and all that sort of shit. Like, again, Fuck the Assads. Fuck Bashar al-Assad. Fuck his dad, Hafiz al-Assad. Fuck everything they did to Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? But like getting rid of them the way that they did and installing the person that they did instead of them, there's chaos in Syria right now. Literally, look, go on Twitter. I mean, don't watch them, but there's literally a bunch of uncensored videos of of Kurdish women in Syria being beheaded, being taken as prisoners, off to being to become sex slaves. ISIS prisoners are being released from fucking prison. Like, there is just complete fucking chaos right now. And we might pay the price as Lebanese people. You know? It's a... And I mean, Syrians are paying the price right now. And Kurdish people, specifically.
No, I'll leave that to someone else. I'll leave that to someone else. No. We'll get someone to call in who's 100%. They could take the heat.
Wow. Oh, I guess.
You can't have dogs in Iran. You can't put a dog on.
He just grew up conservative. Yeah, and he just didn't have.
Because a lot of Muslims don't have dogs.
That's why you have to ask the follow-up question.
Yes.
Her
He
follow-up
just
question
grew up
told you all that you needed to know.
Ah, where'd the video
Like,
go?
Where did
Just
Wait, hold on. Where'd the video go? What the flap?
he's saying, oh yeah, he just grew up conservative.
Which is hilarious because conservative in Iran.
They have no option, dumbass. They have no option.
No, but
oh my God. That's so stupid. Okay, first of all, just because you live in a conservative country, just because a country has like Islamic law, doesn't make the people conservative. There are people that are extremely liberal in Iran. There are people that are extremely liberal in Saudi Arabia. They just have to abide by whatever laws that their government puts there. It doesn't make this guy conservative. This guy could have the most liberal belief system in the world. He just happens to live in a country that is conservative or that has conservative laws, but it doesn't mean he's conservative. It doesn't mean that people that grow up in Iran are all conservatives and they all believe the same thing. Again, they just think that because Iran is a conservative country, that all Iranians believe those things or agree with those things. But why are people even in the streets in Iran protesting against their government? If they agree with their government, if they're all conservatives like their government, if they were all conservatives, they would be happy to live in Iran. They would be celebrating their laws. So I don't understand this. They just want to criticize Idubbbz and Anissa. There's no logic in what they're really saying right now. It's just, oh look, they look bad in this clip. And look, some of the stuff that Idubbbz and Anissa said does come up. I've said a bunch of inaccurate things over here. Okay? And the situation in Iran is incredibly confusing, so I don't fucking blame anyone for being confused. Like, yeah, it was an organic protest that started, and also opportunistic, like, factions tried to take advantage of the situation, and now the U.S. is using it as a chance to like attack Iran and bomb Iran, and Israel wants to intervene, and Israel sees it as a chance to weaken Iran. By weakening Iran, you're weakening Hezbollah, you're weakening the resistance against Israel. Like, it's all so tied. So for Ethan to be like, what are they doing? They're just against the thing. It's like, my guy, take 5 seconds to actually look at what's happening instead of just reading the BBC and like Western media. Like, actually take a second to see what's happening.
Ironically, he clearly grew up very liberal for Iran, right? If he's out here
If he's
in
out
America,
here on 90 Day Fiancé.
conservative in Iran is like honor killing and shit.
Yeah,
I
so
don't.
Ethan is saying that he grew up liberal. Yeah, there's a lot of liberal people in Iran. People in Iran, my guy, are very cultured. They know what's happening around the world. They listen to music. People drink alcohol like in secret. But there's like it's a normal fucking country, for the most part. Like, the people are fucking normal.
Oh, like they get really extreme there. I don't know if that's just saying they get really extreme there. The theocratic state. I mean, they have morality police. They literally have Sharia law. They have morality police that cruise around. And, you know, even recently they picked up a woman who was not wearing her hijab correctly and beat her to death.
Mm-hmm.
That happened recently. It was a big story.
That happened like 2 years ago. I forget her name. Amani? Yeah, what's her name? So what is her name? What was her name? Amini. What was her name? I can't remember her name.
Iran expands dog walking ban, June 2025. So there was a dog walking ban in place,
Masa
and
Amini,
they've made
there
it
you go.
even
Masa
more
Amini.
strict.
Masa Amini. But she was so Bieber says she wasn't beaten to death. I thought she was beaten to death and died like from her injuries later on. Wasn't that the case? And there was a bunch of witnesses that saw her being beaten to death, and then that led to a bunch of protests. And then for the past 2 years, like you'll see a lot of women in Iran, they don't actually wear the headscarf, even though it's technically the law. They don't really wear it because it's not being enforced. Ever since Amini was killed, like that's it. It's now this unspoken rule that women can kind of walk around without the scarf. They'll usually sometimes wear it around their necks, but they're not really like wearing it. So that's kind of a thing as well. It depends.
Arrest you in Tehran, Iran.
This is Calamity. Good point. How many people are beaten to death every year in Israel? Ethan, holy fuck! Like, yeah, again, the whole thing. There's literally a genocide happening in Palestine. Hundreds of thousands of people were fucking butchered, and Ethan never gave them the time of day. Did one leftovers episode about it with Hassan Piker. The one time he invited a Palestinian onto his show was fucking Ahmad Fuad al-Khatib, the one pro-Israeli Palestinian he could find, the one Palestinian who agrees with Ethan. He brought him onto his fucking show. Like, that's the time that Ethan gave to what was happening to Palestinians. But the suffering in Iran, now that's going to take up his whole attention. Because why? He thinks it makes Israel look good, and he thinks it could make Israel look like a hero for stepping in and helping the Iranians. And it makes Idubbbz and Anissa look bad, in his opinion. That is literally it. That is literally it. And he thinks he can score some points against Hassan as well, because he thinks Hassan is like pro the Iranian government, etc. Even though Hassan has the same take that I have. It's kind of like we want the Iranian people to have their freedoms. It's just we're kind of approaching this cautiously because we're seeing what is literally happening in Syria right fucking now. And people can try to say that's not the same as Syria. There's a lot of similarities, man. Any power vacuum in a country as massive and as powerful as Iran that is so unpredictable.
BBC.com, is that okay for you guys? So easy, right? BBC.com, is that okay? Even more strict.
Iran expands dog walking.
Right? Dog walking is, and this is from the New York Times. I don't know if this one's credible for you. Dog walking is a clear crime. Iran's latest morality push. So is that okay? Is that, BBC and New York Times? Okay.
I can feel the freedom.
So I gotta skip forward a little bit.
I don't know, at home.
Okay, so you don't know.
Everything has changed.
I just don't think
48 hours ago,
yeah.
I was in Iran, everything was...
No shot, that's true? None of this is true? That's what's so annoying about it.
This is so...
This is going to be a lot of people's exposure to Iranians and Iranian culture. They're like, oh, I guess, well.
You can't have dogs in Iran.
Good, let it be known. So much freedom was taken away from these people.
Good, let it be known how these Muslims have to live. All the freedoms that were taken away.
But they're doing like pro-regime propaganda.
Yeah.
They're like, everything is perfect. Don't Google it. Don't look into it. The regime is perfect. Everybody's happy in Iran.
Who was it saying that like Tel Aviv is a lovely place and it's so nice that I want to go vlog it. I want to show my family. Who's out here doing like pro-Israeli propaganda and anti-Palestinian propaganda? Who's out there saying that like if you go to Ramallah as an Israeli person if you accidentally drive in there as an Israeli person, you'll get lynched, killed. You get lynched. Ethan, they will lynch you. It's classic Hila. Killed. You get lynched.
What absolute imbeciles. Iranian couple filmed dancing in Tehran. This is from Guardian. I think you probably think that one's reputable. Iranian couple filmed dancing in Tehran are jailed for 10 years.
Okay, that's fucked, of course. But fun fact, they're actually jailed for 5 years each, supposedly. Not that makes it any better. And again, this doesn't happen all the time. This happens from time to time. Again, even happening once is pretty fucking bad. But like, just the harping on this and like just trying to make this look at this oppressive. Yeah, this happened. They arrested this fucking couple, which was fucking horrible.
10 years, you guys.
Meanwhile, Anissa and Idubbbz just filmed something for OnlyFans in a cabin. I don't know if you guys know that.
I hope that's true. Apparently,
that's what she says.
And by the way,
okay, here we go. Moving on from this.
Meanwhile, Anissa and Idubbbz just filmed something for OnlyFans in a cabin. I don't know if you guys know that.
I hope that's true.
So, according to Hila, and I don't know where the fuck she got this from. She's like, I don't even want to be talking about this. Idubbbz and Anissa, I don't give a fuck what you guys do in your personal time. That is you. Bless you. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are doing good. Makhasne. But why is Hila being like, I heard that Idubbbz and Anissa have filmed something in a cabin, and she's like so excited. Like, what the fuck kind of weird shit are you guys into? How excited are you to watch this? If it's even true, why are you even talking about this?
10 years, you guys.
Meanwhile, Anissa and Idubbbz just filmed something for OnlyFans in a cabin. I don't know if you guys know that.
I hope that's true. Apparently,
That's
we're
what
about
she
to-
says.
And by the way, I told you guys.
And Ethan's like, I hope that's true. I hope that's true. He wants, Ethan is, just like, look, the title of this video might be weird to some of you. Ethan and Hila want to see Idubbbz's dong. Am I wrong? And it rhymes, but am I wrong? They want the dong. They want the dong, but now gotta get that dong.
Well, Anissa and Idubbbz just filmed something for OnlyFans in a cabin. I don't know if you guys know that.
I hope that's true. Apparently,
That's
we're
what
about
she
to-
says.
And by the way, I told you guys my prophecy was going to be fulfilled. I said when his dick is online willingly on her OnlyFans, the lolcow cycle, the lolcow god will be born on that day. And it sounds like we might see some Idubbbz dong soon.
He's so excited. Look at that. He literally said dong too. Like, I didn't even intentionally put that in the title because he said it. Look how excited he is about potentially seeing. How weird is this? Two people that he hates, two people that he maligns completely, maligns daily on his fucking show, on his Instagram stories. He is so excited to potentially see, and I don't even know where he got this from. I don't even know if that's accurate. I don't even want to think about it, honestly. But to be that excited about it is just kind of fucking insane. Look at that. Look, what a freak. What a weird couple this is.
I cannot fucking believe it.
Yeah. People are saying it's like just pinups or something. I mean, most likely. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I don't even know what they're talking about. What cabin? None of that stuff. But look at this man's face. This is a man here who wants to see a sex tape.
I am so excited.
So excited. Look, he's got his hands together too. He's, you know, look how happy he is. He's praying to Jesus or to Moses.
We might see some Idubbbz dong soon. I cannot fucking believe it.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
I have a different prophecy. I think Ian's gonna go to Iran and start dancing like Footloose and free everyone.
That would be, you know what they should do to prove us all wrong? Go to Tehran, to a popular city square, and just take off the hijab and just start dancing. Do that, do that for an hour.
That's how much Ethan cares about what's happening there. Let's just watch his excitement one more time. Him and Hila.
Years, you guys.
Meanwhile, Anissa and Idubbbz just filmed something for OnlyFans in a cabin. I don't know if you guys know that.
I hope that's true. Apparently,
That's
we're
what
about
she
to-
says.
And by the way, I told you guys my prophecy was going to be fulfilled.
Prophecy. He prophesized. He's been thinking about this for a while too, for months. My prophecy. I've been dreaming about this sex tape, and it's finally coming true. It's finally coming true. Don't accuse me of doing any memes. Ethan was holding his hands together. I'm literally copying Ethan. Literally, it is. He's been dreaming. He probably also wants the same for Hassan. Ethan's. Oh my God, he probably wants everyone to have like sex tapes out of them. Like that's his goal, right? Tim, that's like his ultimate weapon. Jesus, Ethan Klein. Shame on you. Disgusting. Sunflower Dragon sends a $5 dono. Thank you, Sunflower, and says, just got here. You look handsome, Anthony. Well, thank you. I'm trying this new looks maxing. Taking better care of myself. Time to mog, folks. Oh, yeah. Mog time over. Thank you, Sunflower Dragon. We appreciate your support over here. I'm going to start taking some crystal meth. Work on my cheekbones. Have a little bit more of a gap in the cheekbones. There we go.
I said when his dick is online willingly on her OnlyFans, the lolcow cycle, the lolcow god will be born on that day.
The lolcow god will be born. Jesus Christ, man. Let the people do whatever the fuck they want, man.
And it sounds...
Yeah, MKMT, good point. She says, I'm really creeped out. If someone spoke about me and my husband like this, I'd be so scared. It is kind of freaky to have someone like this man who is so petty, who hates you, who spends every waking moment talking about you on Instagram, on his podcast, waiting for you to drop some kind of like sexual content so that he can obsessively cover it on his podcast. Like, let's say it is a photo shoot, right? Are they just gonna like look? I mean, they can't, I guess, because it's OnlyFans content and it's like paywalled, so it's probably illegal, right? But like, you know what I mean? It's just fucking weird, man. It's just khalas. It's too petty. Guys, this is a man and a woman who talk about, again, their own brother. Like Hila talks about her own brother on her podcast, makes fun of her own brother, her own family, like her kid's uncle. She makes fun of they make fun of their kid's uncle on their fucking podcast. They make fun of their nieces and nephews' parents on their podcast. Ethan's brother-in-law, they have no shame. So these are bad people. Like, these are just like bad. Like, to me, you can tell a lot about a person, about like their family values. Like, I would never, for example, I value my sister, and I know, look, not all families are perfect, but like, even if my sister and I were ever to get in a situation where like we don't talk anymore and I hate my sister and like that's it, I'm not gonna fucking talk about my sister on a fucking podcast and make my family look bad. Doesn't matter how much I hate my family, and I don't. I love my family. My sister is perfect. My parents are perfect. Everyone's great. You know what I'm saying? But like, and if my sister had kids, like if I had nieces and nephews who I had never met, and I'm out here talking shit about their parents who are my family, like these people are like, like they're not good people. Doesn't matter whatever they think that Trisha and Moses did to them. It's just shameful. You guys have a family. Haley D sends a $2 dono. It says Epstein Klein. Ooh. It's a big accusation there. MKMT says, wait, Anthony, can you mog me one more time? $2. Let's one more mog, folks. One more mog. One more mog. Let's go. No glasses for this mog. Glassless mog. Wait, how do I look without glasses? Fucking weird, right? Mog. I need some of that alpha music in the background. I need some of that alpha music.
It's like we might see some Idubbbz donk soon. I can see some Idubbbz. Look how God will be born on that day. And it sounds like we might see some Idubbbz donk soon.
Like, look at us. I'm like, on this show, the thing I'm excited about is potentially getting like a nice Lego set for us to build together. We're gonna build a fun ribbon. That's what, if I'm gonna put my hands together and clap and go like this, I'm gonna be like, guys, we might be getting a Lego sponsorship with an awesome company here in Lebanon called Bricking. I'm excited. They might, you know, give us some awesome fucking Lego that we can build together and have some fun, wholesome Lego building live streams. This is what I'm excited here for. That's what I'm fantasizing about at home. Like, holy shit, having a little Elrond Lego figure, and I'm gonna sit him right there, and I'm gonna have Frodo and Bilbo sitting in the little bedroom, and Bilbo's gonna go like, yeah, give me the ring. Like that's what I'm thinking about. Wholesome fun. Nice, wholesome, you know? This is what these motherfuckers are talking about. We're gonna get Idubbbz dong. We're gonna get, you know, what? What are we talking about? New York Anthony says, I'm Lego hype. Let's go. Hello says, you look younger. Well, thank you. The Whimsical Wanderers with another $2 donor saying, not being a creep, you look fabulous, Anthony. Well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Listen, I mean, shaving, the little Rizzler here. It's different. I changed my glasses too, because without the beard, the clear glasses, my face looked a bit too weird. I'm like, I got to balance it out. I lose a bit of beard. We add a little bit of contrast, a little bit of color up top. That's how we do it. Accentuate them cheekbones, you know? And again, this is all natural, baby. All natural, all natural. No crystal meth yet. I have not started my crystal meth microdosing regimen to get the perfect. That's soon. Microneedling is starting soon. We got this, baby. We got this.
I cannot fucking believe it.
Yeah.
I am so excited.
Inari says, I have the Rivendell Lego set. Holy shit, Inari, I'm so fucking jealous. I am so excited. MKMT, yes, Lord of the Rings Lego. Folks, my call with the Lego people is tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. Legos. If I can do some giveaways, I mean, if I can manage to get some giveaways, again, if you live in Lebanon, you're in luck. If you live out of Lebanon, I'm sorry, guys. But my Lebanese viewers, yeah, I'm going to try to get you some discounts. I'm going to try to get some giveaways. I don't know, man. Let's have some fun with this. At the very least, look, the most important thing is that I get my Rivendell set. Whatever else I can secure is secondary. Okay, let's just keep that in mind.
A different prophecy. I think Ian's gonna go to Iran and start dancing like Footloose and free everyone.
That would be. You know what they should do to prove us all wrong? Go to Tehran, to a popular city square, and just take off the hijab and just start dancing. Do that
While walking a
do that
dog.
for an hour. And then
And
you
that's
know,
not even a funny joke. He used to say this about his son, like, why don't you just go to Gaza? Like, he wants Idubbbz and Anissa to go. And if Ethan genuinely believes that Iran is this dangerous and that if you take off your scarf and you dance, you're gonna get like beaten the fuck up by the morality police, why do you want Idubbbz and Anissa to go there so badly to prove your point? Like, that's not even a funny joke to make.
Would that be great?
Wow.
Do it. I'll pay for the flight and the hotel. 5 teenage girls reportedly arrested in Iran for dancing to Selena Gomez song. Yeah. Let's 10 years, man.
Wonder what song.
Probably a banger.
Yeah.
TWET3BN says Anthony is thriving. Ethan could never get a Lego store sponsorship. Fuck yeah, he can't. We're fucking with Lego over here. I mean, look, it's not the official Lego store. It's an official Lego distributor. So, hey, there used to be a Lego store in Lebanon. It closed down, I think, a few years ago. I couldn't find it when I was looking for Lego a couple weeks ago, when I first started getting my interest last week. So, yeah, Ethan's got to work with fucking, what is it called? The sports betting site? Sports gambling. While we get some awesome fucking Legos. Let's go.
It's probably a banger. Isn't this great? Isn't this the best? This happened right when we went on break, and I was like, this.
I feel pretty confident saying this is my favorite clip of the year already.
I mean, it's one of the most ignorant things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it beautifully.
It's my favorite clip of the year. I don't know, Hila. My favorite clip of the year. I mean, that was last year, but I mean, I don't think any clip is ever going to beat the. I don't know. Netanyahu last week fired a really good guy. You know, what the fuck's his name again? It was my clip. Yoav Galant. There we go. The Yoav Galant clip, a classic. I clipped it. Such a fun. Again, I just love the fact that Hila had to take a month-long break off the podcast after that clip. But yeah, my favorite clip will always be, I know Yoav Galant's not such a really good guy. You know, he really wanted peace and wanted to stop the war for the Palestinians. That's my favorite quote.
You know, exposes their arrogance, their ignorance. Content cock is coming. Although, Dan, you raised a good point. You don't want to be involved in this?
Leave me the fuck out of this.
Don't hide from this. You made a good point. In the berserker analogy, right?
In the what?
Full moon,
In the what now?
Are they still talking about the sex? What are you talking about?
Fuck out of it.
Is coming. Although, Dan, you raised a good point. You don't want to be involved in this?
Leave me the fuck out of this.
So he's like, Dan, you raised a good point. So this must have been shared by Dan earlier off camera or something. So now he's calling Dan out, and Dan is like, no. Leave me out of this. So what did you say, Dan?
Don't hide from this. You made a good point. In the berserker analogy, right?
In the what?
Full moon,
In the what now?
the full moon, the prophecy is fulfilled. The dark moon.
Mm-hmm.
The true fulfillment actually is a cuck video.
Yeah.
That would be total ascension. That would be
they're
like
still talking about it. So according to Dan, the ultimate prize for them would be a cuck video. Would be for Idubbbz to. I don't even want to talk about this, man. This is so gross, man. These people, they're talking about like an actual married couple who made like one video about you. They criticized you very fairly. You responded to that video over like 2 fucking live streams or 3 live streams, obsessed over them. Then he made the second one, like the response, the content captain or whatever it was. I forgot the name. Okay. Just could have ended there, man. Like, respond. You're just there obsessing over these people's like sex lives. Like, Ethan, man, like, come on, man. Like, I try to have some rules here. No kids. No pets, even though, I mean, we talked about AB and Lena's dog, but like not in a bad way. We're just saying like, hey, it's kind of funny in a way. Just giving them like advice. But like, we're not out here to like get people's kids taken away, pets taken away. No, I don't want to talk about people like creators like sex lives, man. You know, unless someone gets like accused of doing something illegal, we'll cover that as like a crime. But like, why are you out there fantasizing about like what people do in their private time, in the privacy of their home, or that they want, if they do want to share some stuff with their customers, hey, that's with their fans, that's on their own thing. For paid customers who want to consume that stuff on the internet privately, let's leave these things under the hood. Why are we talking about this stuff?
God tier
That's the
total
end game.
ascension.
Yeah.
Which
But I'll take a cock.
I think that
Yeah, Haley makes a good point. Like, let's give the Iranian issues their due respect by Checks Notes clowning on Ian sexually. Like, yeah, how? Let's take a pause from talking about the oppression in Iran and these people suffering to talk about Idubbbz and Anissa's potential sex tape. Okay, I want to see Idubbbz' dong. Back to Iran. Let's go.
solution is like a no-brainer. We'll definitely get there.
I think I see it happening at this
Yeah.
point. But anyway, stand back.
The
and
road
stand
is
by.
paved. And
Oh, we got some. Nisser Yusei says, I'm late to the stream, but owning walking dogs isn't illegal here in Saudi. Could you clarify? Like, because I remember we used to work with Saudi at the time. We used to like try to, we used to be asked to sometimes develop reality shows for like all across the Middle East, sometimes for Saudi Arabia. And I remember we used to always be sensitive about like showing dogs inside of homes. Is that not right? Can a dog, can anyone just have like a dog in the house, chilling in the house? Is that not sort of like frowned upon or something? Let us know. I would be very interested to know. Nisser Yusei, and thank you for being here. Welcome to the chat. Because I remember that used to be something that we had to be aware of, and sometimes we would play it safe because we're Lebanese and we're developing a show for like another country. We would tend to play it safer than necessary just to make sure we weren't crossing any cultural lines. So even if it was a law that was like recently changed, we would still try to play it safe and like stick to more of like the norm at the time. Then they wanted more like woke content to help in their rebranding, you know.
that direction.
But I did have a booger post on my bed frame.
Jim D. Dukers is here. Hello, Jim. We've missed you. Welcome, welcome. Our beloved Jim D. Dukers, Uncle Jim, Khalu Jim, Mayor Jim Al-Mukhtar Jim.
Ew, gross, creep.
I had the booger post.
Don't. That's just. First of all, that's gross.
But,
And
you know, it's one of those things where I'm embarrassed by it. I don't want someone to walk into my room and be like, oh, is that a booger post?
dude, shut the. Gross. You still have a booger post, freak?
Yeah.
Once you got hit in the face too hard by Dr. Mike, you came home and started your booger posts.
Yeah.
Started booger posting. Never booger post.
Because a lot of Muslims don't have
Right.
dogs.
That's why you have to ask the follow-up question.
Yes.
Her follow-up question told you all that you needed to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Where do they keep it?
I have no idea.
Why?
Okay, so you just
Okay.
don't know.
What
No,
about
he doesn't have a dog, and he doesn't know people with dogs. That's all it means. What?
I can't.
About dog culture in Iran.
That's so.
Okay, tell me about dog
Like-
culture in Iran.
Like you
Yeah,
really,
Ian.
I'll try to ask my sister's boyfriend about this.
you have to be, yeah, I have to be careful about the words.
You can speak freely here. You're in America.
Are you sure? But they're going to come find me and they're going to drone strike me. The Iranian government will drone strike me if I say mean things.
Listen.
By the way,
No, they'll
Iran
just.
literally tried to assassinate a journalist in America like a few months ago. They're always doing that shit.
Iran is incapable of assassinating anyone outside of Iran, at least not in America. But I mean, look, yeah, here, this is, yeah, I mean, I do understand why he would be afraid of talking on camera. Not necessarily for his own security, maybe for the safety of his family. Like if the footage gets out and there's like, he's got relatives there. So I understand why he might not be comfortable criticizing them on camera. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I guess, I don't know. I haven't seen the season of the show. This might be before he even has his visa. So if he doesn't have his visa yet, he might have to go back if he doesn't get it or something, if they don't get married. So he has to play it safe, and I get it. You know, I get that.
And if he does have to go back to Iran, the fact that they're just like laughing at him, being like, I have to be careful what I say, because in Iran, if
They're not laughing at him, dude. They're not laughing at him. They're laughing at the producer being like, you can say it freely. This is America. Again, they're laughing at, again, Ethan seems to forget that he's watching a reality TV show where things are played up for dramatic effect. So again, he didn't walk past the sex shop by accident. That was planned. That was part of the show. That's part of the script. That's part of the getting that reaction out of him to be like, oh, look, a sex shop. We can't have that in Iran. Like, that's part of the thing. You know what I mean? So now him also here being like, well, I don't know if I'm comfortable to talk about that. But them, it's a very conscious choice to have the producer. And normally in reality shows, you never hear the producer like talking unless it's like a fight and there's like two contestants fighting and a producer has to step in and like separate the two. On very rare occasions, you'll hear the producer interfere. Here in this case, they're like, well, you're free to talk. This is America. Again, they're just playing up the fact for dramatic effect of like, this man is here from Iran. Does he want he wants the freedom he wants American freedom. He doesn't want oppression. He wants the green card. They're just trying to highlight like the difference. It's just all again for dramatic effect. You can share your mind. This is America. Aren't you here for the green card? Aren't you here for our freedoms? You know what I'm saying? So again, what he's saying is right, and he's right to be worried to talk about this stuff on camera, either for his own safety or his family. They might go for his family. But also, it is also true that this is a reality show. They're playing it up, Ethan. So that's what Idubbbz and Anissa, I think, are reacting to. And it is a little bit, it was wrong of them to make fun of that. Like, sure, everyone makes mistakes. They are wrong here to do that. But like, does it deserve a 1 hour condemnation of you sitting there and now you're gonna get the guy to call in and stuff? Like, just fucking relax, dude.
See this and I go back, I could be arrested. Yeah. True. Real fear. And they're just laughing about it.
No, they'll beat him to death.
I mean, it's a possibility, right?
He's planning on going back, potentially, okay? And if he wants to travel back, he's got to be careful with what he says.
I mean, that is the truth.
Why? I mean, that is true. It's kind of funny how Idubbbz says it like sarcastically. Like that is actually like literally what is kind of happening here. So I mean, again, it's funny. Like, it's a funny reaction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can laugh at this. You can be like, okay, this is kind of funny. This is an accurate bad take from Idubbbz. Holy shit, the world is ending. It's fine. Let me catch up real quickly on the chat. Mauricio44 says, the best financial decision I've ever taken was to not buy the H3 podcast collection cards. Man, at one point, I really wanted them and even considered shipping them here to Chile. Holy shit, yeah. Those trading cards, they looked pretty good. Actually, when I was in LA, I bought something from a store and they gave me like a free trading card that is from the same company, I think, that made those trading cards. And it looked kind of cool, but I think their quality is kind of shit because like I've just kept it in my wallet in like its own compartment and the paint is chipping off of that card. It's from the same company that made the H3 card. So don't feel that bad. You don't feel bad, but yeah, like you didn't miss out. I think they would have fallen apart unless you had put them in like protective foils or something. Grandma Caprio sends a $5 dono. Thank you so much, Grandma. It says, the reality show is also a tool of imperialism to get liberals on board with regime change. Well, definitely. They're using, I mean, 90 Day Fiancé is a like very entertaining show in terms of like, it's like cheap, shitty reality. It's a guilty pleasure, but like, it's also just a show that like tries to make other countries look shit and make America look great. And in fact, I'm sorry, like at this point, especially, and the show is even more absurd now in the age of like ICE and seeing what's happening in Minneapolis and American citizens getting beaten to the ground because they're like slightly brown or Asian or whatever the fuck is happening. As if anyone still wants to visit the States. Tourism is down in the States like an insane amount. No one wants to even cross the border to come into the States. No one wants to come in there legally or illegally. You did it. Congratulations. You have made everyone not want to fucking come to the States. People are literally canceling their World Cup tickets because they don't want to support America. So at a time where like America is the most oppressive regime in the world, literally shooting moms in the face for parking in front of an ICE agent and trying to drive away. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, it's not the bastion of freedom that they're trying to present it as. And a show like 90 Day Fiancé, while a guilty pleasure and very entertaining in many ways, is also a tool for like propaganda, for propping up America and what the American dream is. Look at all these people trying to get into our country. These people want to come here for our, they want your freedoms. And are they lying? Are they here for the right reasons? Or are they here for the wrong reasons? They also try to make like immigrants, like, look, there are horrible people and horrible immigrants that want to get into America and that do want to get married just for the papers and all of that, of course. But the show is also like really focusing on that. And like half the couples are here for the wrong reasons. And it's like, it makes you distrust immigrants. When you really think about it, like, it's a show that is all about like, do I trust this person or not? It is already the basic premise is for you to try to figure out if the person is lying or not. Again, entertaining as hell. Does it send the right message? I'm not sure.
Are you saying it like it's irony?
That's actually the truth. What exactly do you think Iran is like? Like, does he think it's just like a liberal bastion of, like everywhere is just Western like liberalism?
It used to be when the Shah was in charge.
Check this out. This was just. Hold on. Loading. BBC.com. Loading. We load the pages. What is going on here? Reload. 2 convicted in murder for hire plot for U.S. Iranian journalists. This was from March of last year. They actually do try to assassinate people in America. Dumbass. Literally know nothing.
Oh. Are they going to check
But
the
also,
last 5 years?
does he say what he's afraid? Like, does he explicit? I mean, there's other things he could be talking about. Just in general, like speaking that way. Like, I know there's stuff in like, there's a bunch of people in Dearborn I would love, like, our content fucking farms, like, would be so good to talk about on the show, but I'm afraid to because everyone knows everybody, and it could get shit, you know, shit could happen to my family because of it. So I don't know what, it could be
That's
that
probably a
level.
valid fear too.
Yeah, that too. His family is probably still there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's Gallia just said, and that.
Whoa. Why did my OBS make an appearance?
That's right. His family is there, and they could be targeted.
Exactly. Yeah.
He just.
That's what I just said. No, I mean, look, a fair point. Him not wanting to talk about, not wanting to criticize his oppressive government on camera, understandable.
Says he needs to be careful what he says, and I mean the implication. It's like obvious, right? For many reasons.
Right.
Social media history. So this is just so.
And trying to be not racist, they're actually being so unbelievably chauvinistic and racist and bigoted. It's truly remarkable.
He's so scared. The producer. This is America. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, I agree that's ignorant, but not for the reason you do. It's because he still needs to be careful what he says if he goes back to Iran, unfortunately. But it seems like he may have figured out a more permanent status here now.
It's not chauvinistic, man. They're just kind of, I guess, surprised how. I mean, I would say, again, I wouldn't take what one person says. Like, even when my sister's boyfriend tells me what he thinks about Iran, what his family's experience in Iran is, I take that now with a grain of salt. I believe everything he's saying. And I believe that he believes everything that he's saying. But I also know that that is his experience. That is his family's experience. Not everyone else agrees. I've seen all sorts of takes from different Iranian people all over Twitter, all over the internet. The Iranian diaspora is huge. They all think different things. You have Iranians who would love for Donald Trump to go and bomb the living shit out of their country right now. You have Iranians that hate that. Like, it runs the gamut. And it's just that Ethan is taking this man's word as the Bible. Like, that's it. His take matters and nothing else.
Which I'm happy to say.
Producers almost never say shit, and if they do, they'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Here specifically, they're like,
Dude, kill
no,
with the eyes.
Let's
crazy eyes.
make sure it's all in.
Bro, who's directing this? Stanley Kubrick? He's always got to be like this. Like, bro, we already know you're crazy. You don't need to do this all the time. Creepy.
There, we want the full context. He's nervous in this
Oh,
moment.
chat said, look at the caption on screen.
I know. Oh, because I know, but I'm worried about my family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What a great guy.
Literally.
What a great fucking guy.
It doesn't take so much to like figure that that's the situation.
I mean, all these headlines that we found with just, and these are like, again, you could just the most basic cursory Google search, and you find these on super reputable sites. You don't have to go weird propaganda sites, you know?
To comfort him because he's now in the land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We
speed it up a little bit.
Need to make it clear
Did he
that
say
people
that?
come here because they want our green cards. That's the premise of the show.
That is what they do on this show.
This line.
So many couples get accused of,
Wait, what?
Comfort him because he's now in the land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We need to make it clear
Did he
that
say
people
that?
come here because they want our green cards. That's the premise of the show.
That is what they do on this show.
But that's what he's saying. Oh my God, they're so bad faith. Like, that's what Idubbbz is saying. He's saying the point of the show is for them to make America look as good as possible, to make you distrust this guy as much as possible as well, to make it like, you see, he's just here for the green card. Like, they're saying that's part of the show. That's exactly what they're saying.
So many couples get accused of, she's with you for the green card, or he's with you for the green card.
Yeah,
That's
he's agreeing with you guys. He's literally saying the same thing.
the show.
This line drove me crazy. Listen to this again. And by the way, these guys watch 90 Day Fiancé. Listen
The
to this.
land of the free.
Everything's perfect here. We need to make it clear that people come here because they want our green cards.
That's the premise of the fucking show.
That's what he's saying. He's not saying it's not. He's saying that's what the producers are pushing. They're pushing like, look at this immigrant. He wants our green card. That's what they're doing. They're playing into the theme of the show, Ethan. Jesus, listen to what these people are saying.
90 Day Fiancé. They want to come here and get a green card, and you don't know if they're sincere or if they just want the green. That's why you watch.
Why are they watching it?
By the way, is anyone in chat interested in the Brooklyn Beckham versus David Beckham drama? Well, I hope you are, because we're going to be discussing it with Nour and Karine either tomorrow or Thursday. We're going to do a Brooklyn Beckham versus David Beckham. Pick your sides, plant your flags, folks. Because as Odin Oakenshield says in The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, the Hobbit trilogy sucks, and it's the worst of them, but I will have war. So yeah, if you guys want a Beckham war, let's go. MKMT25 says, no, Anthony, no, no, no. That means yes, yes, yes.
Bro, there is 90 Day the other way.
There is the other way. There's the other way.
If you want to watch for love, watch the other way. Right? Like, exactly. Explain this couple to me.
Yeah.
Ian. You explain this couple to me, Ian.
I saw this season. This was a Muslim man from, where was he from? Yeah, this guy definitely just wanted the green card. I mean, look, she tricked him to come here. She was like broke. She had no money. She lied to him. She told him she had money. She also lied to the man, okay? But yeah, this show, I mean, it's a good show. It's a good show.
Right here.
You explain this. This is why we're watching. This. Okay?
Shout out Mo and Danielle.
Yeah, David Beckham is David Beckham, the football player. Okay, the British football player. Used to be a sex symbol back in like the early 2000s or late 90s. Good night, Chris. Thank you for being here. No, I'm not cosplaying as a shaved hobbit politics. Tunis, you know this guy from Tunis, right? So David Beckham and his son are now feuding. His son married like an heiress. She's the daughter of like some Zionist dude. She's a Zionist because she posted "We stand with Israel." So he married her, and now they're beefing with his family. Like his family has like they don't talk. Him and his dad don't talk. We're just gonna cover some random fun drama. Sloppity slop.
Is anybody here caught up on the recent seasons of it? I'm not a regular watcher, but I sort of am because of Ali. Like I'm constantly hearing it.
It's a great show when you get into it.
Yeah.
We used to be Big Ed. When Big Ed, that was our time.
Yeah. He's like completely ostracized.
He's
by
low
the
talent
90
as fuck, right?
Yeah, big time. They kept bringing him back, and like the audience like turned on him so.
Well, they never liked him on the show. He was a giant prick.
Yeah. He just got worse and worse of it.
That's kind of what we stopped watching was after Big Ed. I think he kind of ruined it for us.
They've gotten very smart. They had this idea recently to put them all in a house at the end of the season.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like a reality.
But that's part of like the joy of the show, figuring out like, wait, do they really love each other?
Not part of the joy.
Or
it's the entire point.
Is it the green card?
It's the entire
or maybe
premise.
it's both. Maybe it's both.
Lena's dad, who's a man of few words, doesn't comment on anything. He was in the kitchen. He never talks. Like he doesn't talk a lot. We were watching 90 Day. And he goes in Arabic, he goes, Kanzeb, which means liar. And then he walked back upstairs. He was looking at the screen for a second.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You can't resist when it's on the TV. You got to watch.
I'm worried about my family.
Oh, yeah, Haley says they got married during Ramadan, and I think it was so he couldn't kiss her at the wedding. It was so funny. He just did not want to touch her, man. It was so awkward. And, like, them taking him to, like, this restaurant, like, barbecue restaurant. He's just, like, there sitting, like, can barely speak English. And, like, why do you like Mary? It's like, oh my God, man. Whatever her name was, Danielle.
It just goes back to the politics stuff and
keeps this black tin on there.
It's not comparable.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Are you ready to go home?
Is it gonna be way different than here?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel like I had a sunglasses in Iran that I could see everything.
Are they just reacting to the whole show?
But here,
Yeah, they watched the whole fucking show.
How are they getting paid for this? Wouldn't it be demonetized?
Hey, on Twitch,
well, this is
apparently,
Twitch.
You can watch
do
the
whatever
whole
you want?
fucking show and nobody cares. I watch 5 seconds of it and I get my whole episode.
It's theoretically not okay for them to do.
It's
but
not.
just
It
Twitch,
shouldn't be.
Twitch has like.
This is why, again, our patrons, tomorrow I'm going to be recording a reaction to Kitchen Nightmares. Ain't nobody taking our video down on Patreon. It's a private Patreon video. I'm going to watch an episode of Kitchen Nightmares, some reality TV, exclusively for our patrons. I wish I could watch fucking Kitchen Nightmares on this channel, man. I love that show. I fucking used to be obsessed with that show. So that is reserved for our patrons.
Dog shit enforcement of the rules.
Again,
So people
Ian, the guy who made a content cop on Jinx for doing shitty reactions, is reacting to an entire episode of 90 Day Fiancé.
Wow. Yeah.
They are adding valuable commentary, though.
I mean, it is
Honestly, we got so much value.
Yeah. No, but it is fair. This part is definitely fair use because it's like
they're injecting
so bad.
so much.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Sorry,
commentary.
quick correction from chat. It was the last resort. So they do the tell-all and go back to the house every night. So they get them all.
I love how Ethan is like, look, they're getting paid to watch a reality show. At least, what are you doing? How are you getting paid, Ethan? Ethan's getting paid to watch them watching a reality show. Like, come on, Ethan. All you guys get paid for watching people. You guys get paid for criticizing people. You guys get paid for putting people on your thumbnails and trying to get as many views and clicks. Like, come just playing the game. Just playing the game. What's the difference between reacting to a reality show and pausing every few seconds and making funny commentary versus reacting to other podcasters or other content creators, or you know what I'm saying? But again, we all know that Ethan's dream is to basically ban reaction content from existing, right? As well.
Oh, that's good.
Genius. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
And I can't wait for that to bite them in the ass. If he ever does, like, I can't remember, like the Denims lawsuit. I'd love to see what the H3 podcast would look like if they couldn't react to other people's content. I wonder what that would look like.
Business.
Is that due to
Cassie says hi from Melbourne, Australia. Well, hello, Cassie. Cassie Cow. Hello.
Gino? Is he still part of the show, or is that
Gino. He's my favorite.
Gino's still
He's
there.
not actually my favorite, but
still there
Yeah,
with his hat?
Yes, Gino and
Yeah,
his wife.
With him.
Yeah, she got pregnant with the.
With the trainer.
Yeah, it got very, very messy.
Well, at that point, she doesn't need him anymore.
Well, I think Gino, like, he wasn't very young.
There's a little fedora on it.
Somebody said Gino reminds me of Squidward.
Laugh, and my kids love it. They get
SpongeBob laugh?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
The kids love it.
That was pretty good.
I have to
Gino.
That's the guy.
Stop talking about this.
You know, and again, what's the irony is they're the ones being performative.
Oh, it's annoying you.
I did say that.
What's the irony is
Melbourne, Melbourne, Australia. A dingo ate your baby.
they're the ones being performative.
Oh, it's annoying
They're
you.
being so performative that they're judging a guy from
Cassie, do you know someone by the name of Sita Down Under? He's a friend of the show. Friend of the show. Would you know Sita Down Under?
Ron.
Who's worried for the safety of his family. It's annoying.
Stop being performative because you don't want your family to be harassed or arrested. How ignorant, like just weaponized ignorance.
I had the booger post.
I know, bro, you are so booger post coded.
No, that's free.
By the way, they spent like how many minutes? So this was from 23 minutes to about an hour. They spent like 45 minutes just reacting to this like 30-second clip of Idubbbz and Anissa watching 90 Day Fiancé. They filled up an hour of their show. No, look, to be fair, I'm reacting to them, reacting to Idubbbz and Anissa, reacting to 90 Day Fiancé. The meta, it just keeps going, folks. It just keeps going. It's endless reactions. So we're all just having a good time.
You know.
On my bed frame.
You know, booger posting is actually illegal in Iran. You can go to jail for that. You better count your lucky boogers.
Actually, you know what? Maybe it's not all bad over there.
Yeah. As long as there's no booger post, that's freedom.
Yeah.
No, Anthem.
No. You know what? It reminds me of when you're in English class or something, you're being taught a concept, and you need to demonstrate that you understand the concept of symbolism or descriptive writing by like overdoing it in your paper. You're like, I don't talk like
That's
this.
what you're doing. You are overanalyzing to justify shitting on this guy for his perceived pro-American stance. He's literally just talking about his lived experience, and you're trying to write a novel about how he's like a marabou. That's you, bitch ass, dumbass. Go back to AP English, loser. Couldn't even pass the AP test, probably. Probably couldn't even pass fucking 5th grade English.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little tired. What time is it? It's 12:30. Yeah, I started a bit late. I started like an hour and a half too late today. Wasn't feeling good. My throat's kind of shit.
For the moon. Let's start there, Ian.
What'd you get on the AP test?
I got a 3 on English.
I got 4.
I got a 4 on history.
Come on, guys.
I feel like I'm a much better writer now. It just college was both.
Lie? Yeah, dude. Shit is.
Why do you think he's coming here lying?
It's almost like he was waiting for someone to say, like, you mean like rose tinted glasses? Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
It's almost like I was swimming through a cloud of shit.
You know what's rose? The color of our new gamer sub.
Yeah.
Lemonade, baby. The goatery. I'm getting over the use of the goat. I'll be honest. I'm adverse to the goat thing.
The what thing?
The goat.
The goat, saying,
Just
"Oh, it's
using the
goated,
word?
it's goat," and they were getting dogged on hard for
We're
this
gonna
take.
skip a little bit. There's a couple of moments that I want to highlight from their interview with the guy. They brought on the guy from 90 Day Fiancé and did like a 2-hour interview with him it's like this started at hour 1 till hour. Okay, so they talked to him for 2 hours. They had a long. We're gonna watch just a few minutes of it. It's too long.
And Stevie, his wife, let's see here. So when so many of you mocked my husband and called him a liar, this is right when the rioting happened, and telling him his
this
reality.
is his wife. We don't need to read that.
emoji over them. So then how the fuck are they going to say they're not talking to him?
The Iranian man responded to you and Anissa. She didn't respond to me and Anissa specifically. She was putting out a statement to people who were being rude or judgmental to her and her.
Yeah, I think they were responding to them directly, though.
And with a picture of your stream. The coping's unreal.
Oh
So this
my
is the
God.
first thing they've said since the protesting started. You would think they would feel bad or take a step back and re-examine their stances. No.
Me?
They're like, who, me?
Which I don't apologize for.
No
I'm
apology.
Judgmental.
Hell no.
I can feel the freedom.
You signed up for the show.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
If you think we're fucking mean,
Yeah.
do not go to the 90 Day Fiance Reddit. Do not go there. Okay?
No, you're not mean. You're racist.
You're dumb.
The difference.
I mean, do you go there? Do you spend your whole day snarking?
Hila Klein. Hila, Yoav Galan is a really good guy. Klein says calling Anissa and Idubbbz racist. Hila Klein, who thinks that Palestinians will lynch her if she goes to Ramallah, is calling other people racist. Very cool. Hila Klein, who celebrated Donald Trump's bombing of Israel's bombing of Iran a few months ago. You know what I mean? And who was celebrating female pilots of bombing Iran is accusing other people of being racist. Very cool. Hila Klein, who did blackface and brownface, is calling other people racist. Hila Klein, who thinks that if Palestinians or Muslim people outnumber Jews in Israel, that means they're going to kill them all and murder them and eat them alive. That's why there needs to be a Jewish majority in Israel. Hila Klein is accusing other people of being racist. Okay, great. Thank you, Hila. Nice.
Snarking, Anissa, between the H3 snark and the 90 Day Fiance
sounds
snark?
like it.
Do you have any time? I see what you spend your whole day. You don't even have time to cut a fucking bagel in half for your husband.
I'm plotting.
Jesus.
I'll tell you what.
So my question is, are you always going to have this thought in your mind that you...
Also, when someone's being an Ameriboo, you can call them an Ameriboo.
I'm allowed. Yeah, we reserve the right to call somebody an Ameriboo.
And if I go to Iran and I'm like, this place is awesome.
Dude,
Go to Iran.
My
Go
grandma,
dance.
when she fled from
The
Lebanon.
Iranians can
huge
call me
Ameriboo.
in
Sorry, what,
Iran.
baby?
I said my grandma, when she fled Lebanon, she was a huge Ameriboo. That was actually why. She was just,
Yeah.
Listen, America is not perfect. The fact, it's far from it. It's broken in a lot of ways, and there's a lot of really fucked
Yeah,
up
and
things
did
going on.
anybody ever say that? Did this guy say that? Like, it's so stupid.
That being said, Western liberalism, like the freedom of speech, freedom of expression, all this kinds of stuff, is worth fighting for. It is special.
And Nari says, sounds like it's time for a cone. What kind of cone? Nari's been a member for 6 months, by the way. Damn, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, and I agree with Numfo. Give the stream a like, folks. Click like. We got almost 200 people in the chat. 200 people watching live. Click that like button.
Is not something that
subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel. I've never asked people to ring the bell. Should you ring the bell? Let's ring the bell. Ring my bell. 1 second. Ring my bell. My bell. A ring, a ring, a ring. One moment. Oh, nice. Okay. Alrighty. Let's continue.
to take for granted. Because in the history of the
Ooh, cone, weed. We're talking about weed. Lol. Very nice. Very nice.
world, that's a relatively new concept.
People
too.
call
Let's
it a
be real.
cone? Maybe I'm too old.
The history and humanity.
People
Right.
around the world are ready to marry the ugliest, largest people you've ever seen just to come here. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, bro.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day,
they're that large. Very nice commentary from Tom Ward.
I mean,
you
at
have to throw large in there, don't.
Mic drop.
I wasn't going to say anything about size or looks. All you have to do is just say, I mean.
How dare you? She's an angel. I had my mother-in-law watch this season. I had Danielle send her a cameo.
Is she nice?
after.
I don't know anything about her.
I
don't recognize this couple.
She's in love.
Are they?
Where's she
They're
from?
the OG. Yeah.
He's from Tunisia. Tunisia.
Oh, Tunisia.
Like, you made fun of this lady? Why are you making fun of this poor lady, man? Fucking asshole Tom Ward. Piece of shit. You can't be making fun of people when you look like you do. Look at that horrible statement.
The world are ready to marry the ugliest, largest people you've ever seen just to come here. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, bro.
I mean, listen.
Oh my God.
Where's she from?
Come on, man. She's a sweet lady. Poor lady. Okay, she lied about her financial situation. She lied about having money. She lied about being able to pay for the wedding. Doesn't make her a horrible person.
Tunisia. Tunisia.
Oh, Tunisia.
And he just like clearly hated her. He would not kiss her, and he was like, my religion. Even on their wedding day, he's like, it's Ramadan. She was crazy.
Oh, no.
Evelyn says, let's be for real. Large portions of America are worse off than third world countries. Of course, this man went to America thinking he was marrying like a rich American. She's in more financial trouble than he was. Most Americans can't afford a $400 emergency month to month. Most Americans, if they lose their job, they have to they're out on the street because they don't have enough money to pay 1 month's rent in advance. Americans are not doing well, okay? Immigrants in America are not doing well. America is falling apart. I don't know what to say. You guys are seeing what's happening in Minneapolis.
These are like, he's clearly not here for the green card.
There are a lot on there that they're tough to watch sometimes.
There are real couples too, which is exciting too, like these two here.
Okay. Enough. We've watched enough. There's a couple of clips that I just want to mention. Jim D. Duker sends a $5 dono and says, Sam was right. Oh, thank you so much, Jim, for the dono. And absolutely, Sam is the only one that has the only ex-H3 crew member that is behaving with dignity and who has like stayed the fuck away from them. Okay, so at 2:03, Ethan asks about U.S. intervention. Let's look at that. Of course, Ethan would love U.S. intervention. Let's
government, and after that, after those like 2 or 3 years that we can just like set the country.
Mayo for Sam.
People are going to have like a vote if they want a monarchy, if they want like a democracy or something like that. So this is I'm telling you this because you cannot compare Iran to Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. You should compare Iran to Japan, South Korea after the U.S. interventions. All these countries are doing good because they knew what they wanted and there was nothing down there that they were oppressing. You need to know that we have been having these protests for years. They've had more power and really there needs to happen there as long as they're calling. They're telling you this because you have down there.
It's America and Israel.
That's true.
I think people who say that know that. People like Hassan, who are pro-regime, because they're like this.
Militias from Iraq.
Account. It's like you said, it would be such a shame for all these people to die and for nothing.
It was so weird to me. They usually do not do that in public. I don't know.
I think I had the wrong time code.
Wow. Why did they do that there?
It seems like if there's like a particularly like sadistic, like an idol, right?
You're going to heaven by this. And when you add this to it, it just like becomes something that you can't stop. And that is one reason.
Very similar to ICE, unironically.
As well, because the things that I know. What do you think about it?
About
if what? Military bases and stuff.
But okay, so he's gonna ask Ethan what he thinks about America intervening.
Wanted to know what you think about it.
About what specifically?
Like the U.S. attacking the regime.
I think the world would be across the board would be a better place for everybody. The people in Iran. Especially the people in Iran.
You know, Ethan, I would say the exact same thing if other countries were allowed to attack Israel and replace the Israeli fucking regime. You know what? This is why, this is very important. This is why Ethan is so insistent on Iran is worse than Israel. Iran is worse than Israel. Iran is worse than Israel. Look at that. Look at that. Don't forget, guys, they killed 12,000 people, feared in a week. Catastrophic, more than Israel killed in the first week of invasion. Just to put it in context, they're worse than Israel. They're worse than Israel. Why does he want to highlight that they're worse than Israel? Because he wants to justify America bombing them. And why would he not justify America bombing Israel? Well, because Iran's worse. Look, they killed 12,000 people in a week. That makes them worse than Israel. That means I was right to defend Israel. That means I was right to encourage Israel to bomb Iran. And that means I'm right and justified in encouraging America to bomb Iran on behalf of the Iranian people. And again, we talked about it earlier. What would it mean? What would it mean if America got involved in Iran? Sure. Would they be helping maybe some protesters of getting rid of their oppressive leaders? Sure. What leader are they going to replace their leaders with? They're going to pick someone who's favorable to the U.S. and Israel. What happens when you put someone that is favorable to the U.S. and Israel? You completely harm resistance in the Middle East against Israel. You are completely harming Hezbollah. You're harming Hamas. You're harming anyone who dares fight back against Israeli oppression. Once you stop everyone from being able to resist against Israel, or at least hamper their ability to resist against Israel, what are you doing to the entire region? You're giving the region up to Israel. That's what Ethan wants. That's what Hila wants. So they just want to convince you that Iran is horrible, that you should, and it's not only American, they don't just want America to intervene. It's Donald Trump's America. They want Donald Trump to intervene in Iran. Donald fucking Trump, you want that guy to put his hand in Iran? Like, seriously?
These guys need to be held account. It's like you said, it would be such a
Israel needs to be fucking held to account. Your fucking government needs to be held to account. Your entire fucking government needs to be imprisoned. Ethan.
Shame for all these people to die and for to be held account. It's like you said, it would be such a shame for all these people to die and for nothing to change. So I'm personally...
What about the hundreds of thousands of Palestinians that were killed, murdered, butchered? Did you spend a 2-hour fucking long podcast? Did you call in an actual person from Gaza? Not Ahmad Fuad al-Khatib al-Zabr al-Air al-Kiss Ummu bi'ayr al-Sharmut. Not that fucker. Did you talk to an actual Palestinian about what's happening in Gaza and the situation in Gaza? No. Now you're doing this to fucking... This is literally propaganda so that Ethan and his audience can start cheering on an American invasion of fucking Iran, bro.
In favor of intervention for the people of in Iran. And I think it's overwhelming from what I've seen. The people, the Persians that I've seen, that I've talked to, seem to overwhelmingly support intervention against...
Yeah, saying Persians, like, I know there's a lot of Iranians that prefer being called Persians. They'll be like, hey, call me Persian, don't call me Iranian. I get it, but like when you... There are other ethnicities in Iran, so when you call people Persians, you're also excluding a lot of people that live in Iran and that are Iranian. So, like, I personally don't call them Persian. I call them Iranians.
Ayatollah's regime. And I personally think that it would be a good thing if it happened. But, I mean, I'm really curious what you think as well.
You know what? There should, like, what, personally, there should be some kind of a world police. There should be a world military that consists of soldiers from every single military, and their sole job is to stop fucking wars. I think the UN security forces were supposed to be there, or like NATO forces were supposed to be that, right? But they don't do fucking shit. There should be some kind of a global army whose sole job is, oh look, Russia is attacking Ukraine. They're trying to invade Ukraine. Let's go stop that. Israelis are butchering Palestinians. We're going to go stop that. There's a genocide in Kenya. We're going to go stop that. There's a genocide in Sudan. We're going to go stop that. The violence is happening here. Syrians are attacking Lebanese people. We need to stop that. But you don't get to pick and choose. You either intervene in every humanitarian crisis. You either intervene when every single government butchers its people, or you can't just fucking pick and choose like that. Why weren't you championing, Ethan, that the US or that European armies invade Israel or bomb the Israeli government to stop the genocide? You yourself called it a genocide multiple times. Why weren't you calling for military action against Israel? But why are you calling for why are you so eager to call for military action against Iran? What's the difference? What's the difference? If you can recognize one government oppressing its people, why can't you recognize another government oppressing its people? He'll say, but I've called it a genocide. Okay. So if you've called what's happening in Gaza a genocide, why don't you call for military action against Israel? Why don't you call for force being used against Israel? But you're so you're so eager to do it now.
So what I'm gonna tell you is based on most of the people that I personally know, I see on social media, most of the Iranians are okay with a international intervention because what else should we do?
So, okay, here as well. What?
I personally know, I see on social media, most of the Iranians are okay with a international intervention.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, my sister's boyfriend would completely disagree with that point right here. Most Iranians are okay with international intervention. American, Donald Trump, and Israeli intervention? I'm sorry, no. You think Iranians forgot? You think, I mean, look, I'm not talking to an Iranian. I don't know how he felt about it. The Iranians that I've spoken to don't have very fond memories of being bombed by Israel a few months ago, where they killed over 1,000 civilians, over 4,000 people were injured. I don't think most Iranians, now again, I can find you, I swear to God, I can find you thousands of Lebanese people that live in America right now. I can invite them onto the H3 podcast, and Ethan will ask them, do you support American intervention in Lebanon to stop Hezbollah? And they will say yes. You will find Lebanese people that believe that the U.S. should crush Hezbollah, that the U.S. should bomb their own country, just like you will find Iranians that believe that the U.S. should bomb their own country. Absolutely, you're going to find them. But for Ethan to present this man, and for this guy to be like, most Iranians believe that, and for Ethan to take that, just to take this man's word as fact, and be like, yep, you see, you heard it from this one Iranian guy. It's like, no, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. That's not how it fucking happens. I'm Lebanese. We have an oppressive government here. Do you know how much pain and suffering the Lebanese government has caused my family, my parents? My family lost their entire fucking savings just a few years ago when the Lebanese economic crash fucking happened. They lost all their life savings, but bam, overnight. Everything they worked for, stuck in a bank, worthless. Do you not think I would like to see like the Lebanese government pay for what they did? And years of civil war, decades ago, like a lot of suffering. The bank, the money in the bank, that's one little thing that I could blame the government for what they did to my family, to me, to this country. I in no way, shape, or form want the American army to intervene and to bomb. Like, okay, it's different now. We're not being shot by the government. The government isn't sending the military to like shoot us down. So it's not an equal comparison necessarily, but you know, I wouldn't want the US to intervene in any way in Lebanon. I wouldn't want Israel to intervene in any way in Lebanon. I don't want anyone to intervene, man. Let us deal with our own fucking problems. Even though we're not dealing with them well, efficiently. It's taken us decades to get rid of these people. Lucky for us, a lot of these terrible politicians are old as fuck, and Father Time is coming for them. You know what I mean? They can't escape what's coming to them. Some of them would have been great for us to you know what I mean? I would love to do that to some of our politicians here in Lebanon. I would love to. Fortunately, we can't. Does that mean I want Donald Trump to fucking do it? Absolutely not. Does that mean there are Lebanese people who wouldn't want Donald Trump? Absolutely not. There are Lebanese people that would love it. All I'm trying to say, this is one guy. This is one Iranian guy sharing his opinion. And yeah, I can find you Lebanese people that will say the same thing. We want Donald Trump to bomb Lebanon to save us from Hezbollah, to save us from Islam. I will find you thousands of them in America. I can get them on the podcast right now. We watched a video yesterday of a Lebanese guy living in Poland who made a video kissing the Polish government's ass for like banning Muslims. He's Lebanese, he's Arab, he's just Christian. That's the difference. He's a Christian guy living in Poland. He made a whole anti-Muslim video being like, they're the bad immigrants. Look, I congratulate Poland for closing off their borders. You will find ass lickers and boot lickers everywhere. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are, where they're from.
Because what else should we do? Because like, you need to know that we have been having this protest for.
Ooh, Toby's Dog Walker just gifting one Do Not Worry membership. Well, Toby's Dog Walker, I hope you're not in Iran, because you'll be killed for walking that dog. I'm kidding, folks. I'm kidding. Toby's Dog Walker, thank you so much. We got 6 new members today.
Years. The first one started the year that this regime started, 1979. Women had a protest because before that, Khomeini said you can have like anyone can have like a free hijab. You don't need to wear your hijab. But after the revolution, he lied. That we started from there, and coming to like 2026, we have tried every single thing that we could. We lost 12,000 just in 2 days. And like, what else should we do to get rid of this regime? And not only that, it's not about us. As you said, the world is going to be way, way more peaceful if this regime just like.
Sorry, 1 second. I'm updating the thing. I know he's saying important stuff. I should have waited. Updating the members numbers. But boom, there we go.
I think if have anyone 7 in because. Like, you need to know that we have been having this protest for years. The first one started the year.
I'm really curious what you think as well. Does really support intervention against in Iran, and I think it's overwhelming from what I've seen. The people, the Persians that I've seen, that I've talked to, seem to overwhelmingly support
Donald Trump. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine anyone? And it's not like Ethan hasn't seen what Donald Trump has done in Venezuela, in Yemen, in Palestine, in Minnesota, in his own fucking country. And he wants Donald Trump to export that same brand of domestic and foreign policy. He wants to apply it to Iran. He doesn't give a shit, man. He doesn't understand what the fuck he's talking about. Jim D. Dukers gifting 5 Do Not Worry memberships in the chat. W's in the chat for Jim. Thank you so much, and that's so fucking generous. We love you. We got 11 new members today. Holy shit.
Intervention against the Ayatollah's regime. And I personally think that it would be a good thing if it happened. But I mean, I'm really curious what you think as well.
So what I'm gonna tell you is based on most.
So I just want to read some updates from Nisser about the dog stuff in Saudi Arabia. You got it 1 second. I'm checking all today's comments. I'm late to the stream, but owning walking dogs isn't illegal here in Saudi. I'm just reading the updates. Having dogs is a nuanced thing in Islam, yes, but legally people can own and walk them. I see them sometimes here. Yes, it is sensitive to have dogs in the home, but not illegal. You are all correct in being culturally sensitive, but it isn't illegal. Okay. If I had a dog for reasons other than guarding or hunting, my family will have an issue with me, but not the government. Still, the government isn't good, though. I hope no one's taking it like me trying to clean up the government's image. I'm trans, so I'm a victim of the system here, but misinfo still doesn't help the Saudi people, and it doesn't help other victims. Plus, all love to our Arabs, to our Arab siblings. Thank you for the welcome, Anthony. Praying for. Oh, thank you. That's so. I'm sorry you're struggling over in Saudi. I can imagine. Being trans in Saudi Arabia is very tricky. We hope you're safe. Hope you can find a place to be to be yourself. And thank you for all the insight here. So I'm glad to know it's not like strictly forbidden, but it's kind of like a sensitive home by home basis. Kind of, it depends on the family. And I wonder if it's similar in Iran. Like, again, an article on the BBC saying dogs are banned in Iran. That doesn't mean shit. I need to talk to someone and get what is it like on the ground.
Of the people that I personally know, I see on social media, most of the Iranians are okay with a international intervention, because what else should we do? Because, like, you need to know that.
I understand that, Hopeless. What else should we do? Sometimes, as a Lebanese person who's been in a country, I'm not oppressed by my government, but we're very badly treated by our government. Some people think they're being oppressed by the government, by Hezbollah. We're being oppressed by Iran. We're being oppressed by... It doesn't matter. This is a country that has treated its people very badly, that does its best to force you to leave the fucking country. You know what I mean? It feels hopeless sometimes. We've protested. We've been beaten by security forces. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, is there any way to actually have a proper revolution here in Lebanon without bloodshed? Can you have a proper revolution? Can you dismantle a government? Can you take down political leaders without bloodshed? And sometimes I think that, no, you can't, because we tried protesting peacefully here in Lebanon. They just beat the living shit out of us. And they did it over and over again. People stopped showing up to protest. They got tired. They're like, okay, nothing's changing. Nothing's going to happen. We're just going to go home. And fuck it. And it died down after a few months. Every few years, we go through the same thing. So sometimes, yeah, we're like, what can we do? How the fuck do you get rid of these people? I guess it must be time for international intervention. And I guess that could be tempting. But you have to think a little bit long term. Just look at Syria, man. Just think of like, okay, why would Donald Trump want to help Iran? Because he cares about the Iranian people. Like, you actually think that like the American president who has just overseen a genocide in Gaza, you think he actually gives a shit about the humanitarian side of it, that they actually want to help the Iranian people? No, they're looking at it. How can we benefit from this geopolitically? How can this help our country? How can this help our allies? That's all they're looking at. They don't care about you, man. They don't care about you. You know? And I get it. We come from countries where it's like, what do we do, man? How do we get rid of these fucking... Like, we have political leaders in Lebanon that were militia leaders like 20 years ago that were literally part of the Lebanese civil war. They were murdering each other. There's not a single person, like every person you know in Lebanon knows someone that was killed in the Lebanese civil war in the 90s. Everyone knows someone that was killed by one of the two like main parties at the time, the Lebanese forces or like the Lebanese army, following Michel Aoun. Everybody has a relative, like Michel Aoun killed my uncle. My cousin was killed by the Lebanese forces. My great uncle was murdered. This person was. It's like everybody's got a family history. Like, so much hatred, so much death is like baked into our country. Yeah, we're still here. And no, I still do not wish for international intervention unless it's like a coalition of like many countries. It's like the UN a big global coalition. They're just here for like one purpose. We're gonna stop the violence. Okay, like the army is killing civilians. We're going to make sure they can't do that. We're not gonna reinstall someone. We're just gonna make sure that like you guys can have a democratic election or something. I don't know, but like Donald Trump intervening to like save Iranians, you gotta be smarter than that, my guy. Hold shit. Haley D. W's in the chat for Haley, folks. Coming in clutch with 5 do not worry gifted memberships. We're at 60 new members today. Thank you so much, Haley. That's so generous. That's fucking awesome.
We have been having these protests for years. The first one started the year that this regime started, 1979. Women had a protest because before that Khomeini said you can have like anyone can have like a free hijab. You don't need to wear your hijab. But after the revolution, he lied. That we started from there, and coming to like 2026, we have tried every single thing that we could. We lost 12,000 just in 2 days. And like, what else should we do to get rid of?
Okay, so again, the 12,000 dead figure in 2 days, I don't believe that. The people I've spoken to that are Iranian think that that might be an exaggeration. Many people were killed. Many people were violently killed. But also, you have to think like, killing 12,000 people in 2 days with what? Just bullets? Like, were they just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you also have to think logically. Israel was able to kill so many Palestinians so quickly because they were literally carpet bombing the living shit out of Gaza, eliminating hundreds of people like that with one drop of a bunker buster, eliminating like 10 fucking apartment buildings at the same time. That's how they were able to murder thousands upon thousands of people so fucking fast. As far as I know, Iran hasn't been the Iranian government hasn't been dropping bunker busters on its people. So unless like the Iranian army is out there literally like spraying people in the streets with machine guns, how are you going to get to 12K? Like logistically, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive. Hundreds of people, thousands of people were killed. It wasn't 12,000 people in 2 days. How do you do that logistically in Iran, man? Like, I don't know. It's a little bit, you can't say that number that confidently because it is very much not confirmed. It is not confirmed. It's just a slightly insane number. And again, Ethan is just so happy to push it because look, it's worse than Israel. Israel didn't even kill 12,000 people in 2 days. That means Iran is worse. That means everything Israel did to Iran is justified, etc., etc. We know what we're doing.
This regime. And not only that, it's not about us. As you said, the world is going to be way, way more peaceful if this regime just like think about their own people instead of like their ideology of like removing another country, just like having more power in the region and stuff. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is most people, it's really sad that most Iranians are trying to have like their country be bombed by another country. It's mostly because one, we are already invaded, like militias from Iran.
Vanga Rosewater says, I remember learning about Sabra and Shatila, 96 bombing of Ghana, obviously 2006, take Beirut back 20 years. Yeah, Sabra and Shatila is this legendary massacre that happened here in Lebanon against the Palestinians in the refugee camp of Sabra and Shatila. The Lebanese forces, which is a Lebanese extreme right Christian militia, actually worked in tandem with the Israelis to commit that genocide. So Lebanese extreme right Lebanese militias also helped in the massacre of Palestinians here in Lebanon. Lebanon and Palestine have a very complicated history. There's so much history. A lot of Lebanese people here hate Palestinians because of some of the violence that happened a few years ago. There was Palestinians massacred Lebanese people massacred Palestinians. Very complex, very fucked up issue. A lot of Lebanese people like have never forgiven the Palestinians since then, so they couldn't give less of a shit about the Palestinian plight. It's kind of all over the place. But yeah, that shit was crazy. Also, Ivana says, I did read Pity the Nation by Robert Fisk, and I used to regularly read some Lebanese English language papers, but this was back in 2007 during Israel's assault on Beirut. That was in 2006. I was here in Lebanon when they were doing that, and then I evacuated to the States with my sister. I remember my sister was doing college in the States. She came to Lebanon for the summer to visit. Israel started striking Lebanon. So the U.S. Embassy organized a bunch of evacuations outside of Lebanon to go back to the States. So my sister was going back. My dad was like, you're going to go with your sister just in case. So he shipped me off with my sister. We rode in a cruise ship, actually. The U.S. military took control of like a Lebanese cruise ship called the Orient Queen. My sister and I rode on that cruise ship for like 2 days. They took us to Cyprus. We slept in Cyprus in like this big hangar for like 2 days as well. We just lived in Cyprus for a couple days. And in like US military base that they like put up really quickly. We slept on those little military beds. And then they flew us on a charter plane from, I remember, from Cyprus all the way to the States. And then we spent like a couple of months in the States. I thought I was actually going to move to the States in 2006. I thought I was going to have to finish my high school in, what was it called? Oakton High in Northern Virginia. They had a team called the Cougars, Oakton Cougars. I was like, holy shit, if the war doesn't stop in Lebanon, I might have to live in the States and finish my high school in the States. And holy shit, I'm going to have to go to Oakton High. What the fuck? And then I came back. The war ended after a couple months. And then I came back to Lebanon.
Rocket, are there like we're literally
Kate from
invaded
Canada
by
just
other
gifted
countries'
one do not
soldiers,
membership. Thank you so much, Kate. W's in the chat for Kate.
and we do not have any guns. That is one point that we definitely need to think about, because people say, oh, if you have like a international intervention, you're gonna be like Syria, you're gonna be like Libya. Those countries, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya, they all have guns. There is no guns between
So
us.
you're saying we're not going to be like, dude, you can very well be like Syria. And Syria right now is going to shit. So please, I do urge you to look at Syria as an example of America and the West intervening and doing regime change and power vacuums, and then picking a literal fucking ex-Al-Qaeda, ex-ISIS guy. And they're literally beheading women right now in Syria. Like, dude, come on, Kurdish women. You should worry about that. Absolutely.
Iranians. So after the regime change, nothing's gonna happen there as long as, because people inside, they know what they want. Most people who are protesting, they're calling for one name, which is Reza Pahlavi. So he actually does not. He actually always says that he wants democracy, and he wanted a democratic like a government. And after that, after those like 2 or 3 years that we can just like set the country, people are going to have like a vote if they want a monarchy, if they want like a democracy or something like that. So this is I'm telling you this because you cannot compare Iran to Libya, Syria, Afghanistan. It's
not a one-to-one comparison, of course not, but you can kind of take some parallels from there. And look, again, I'm not trying to invalidate anything that this guy is saying. This guy has lived in Iran. His family's in Iran. He has way more of a claim to saying whatever the fuck he wants to say about Iran and criticize his own government. Of course. But I just don't like that his opinions, and they are his opinions, are being painted as this is the leading sort of opinion in Iran, or that's what most Iranians think right now, or like, no, that's not the case.
Compare Iran to...
Don't forget, like the stream if you're watching live, subscribe to the channel. Also, consider subscribing to the gaming channel. Link is pinned on top of the live chat, folks.
Japan, South Korea, after the U.S. interventions, all these countries are doing good.
Japan, come on. Japan, yalla. Again, this guy's not a political expert. If Ethan wants to talk about Iran, he needs to invite someone who actually is a political expert, not a contestant on 90 Day Fiancé. But he's bringing like a 90 Day contestant because of Idubbbz and Anissa. He's relevant to the Idubbbz and Anissa drama. Like, that's it. Also, I feel like a good idea for Idubbbz and Anissa, if they want to like to get ahead of this, like they could, a fun way to like subvert this is for them to invite this dude onto their show and talk to him. Sort of get some clarifications. Then they can also talk to other Iranians, get like more, like if they wanted to, you know what I mean? Like take the power away from Ethan. Ethan should not control this narrative. Like, you know what I mean? Just invite him on and be like, hey, we reacted to your clip on 90 Day Fiancé. We get that like you disagree with a lot of our stuff. We'd love to talk to you and like get your opinion. Like correct us. We'd love to have this honest conversation. You know, like have the nice like open, you know what I mean? Like don't let Ethan be like, I am now friends with this man and now I am the Iran person. I'm like, no, dude. It's like, it's, you know what I mean? Like Jesus Christ. I got a couple more time codes here to look at. Let me see. 237. Ooh, they mentioned Chris Kunzler at 237. That's right. They used a very out of context clip of, I haven't even seen the original clip, but like just watching it, it's chopped to fucking bits.
Just talk like the Brady Bunch.
But if you want us to fix...
Mics are up. All right, we're going to come back. So you can pull the mic.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had a...
Guy. Are you guys talking about that guy who did the... What is it? Sunny V? What's his name? Yeah, Sunny V2. Guy. He's a little zesty. Was he? When was he saying... He was talking about who? The Mr. Beast? People started noticing him acting a little zesty. He was gay.
Technical issue. The software that controls our show crashed. But we're all fixed up now. And actually, this clip.
Yeah, they were talking about, what's their name now? What's their name now? From Mr. Beast? Not Chris. I don't know the new Ava. Was it Ava? They were talking about Ava, right? Yeah. Ava Tyson. Gay.
Is really short by this greasy his name is Chris Kunzler.
Okay, first of all, how dare you call Chris Kunzler greasy? What do you mean greasy? What do you mean greasy? Because he's a Brit? Is that a thing that people use against Ava? Okay, Ava. Sorry, yeah, Ava. Why are you calling him greasy? And again, with changing his name to Kunzler like Ethan. Come on, are you 12, man? You know the man's name is Chris Kunzler. Put some respect on the man's name.
This greasy, his name is Chris Kunzler.
Oh, lol, he called him Kunzler.
And it doesn't seem like a lot of people like him. But anyway, here's his take.
But that's okay, first of all, Chris Kunzler, people love Chris Kunzler. Beloved by the community, beloved by our community, beloved by all sorts of communities. Such a loud and effective voice, pro-Palestinian voice. So his heart's not even in it. Like Ethan's, not a lot of people love him. Like you can, like, is that the best you have? Like Ethan's heart is not even in this. He knows he's lying through his fucking teeth. He knows people love Chris Kunzler. He knows Chris is very qualified to talk about all of these topics, whether it's Palestine, the Middle East, whatever it is. So Ethan lying through his teeth, his heart's not even in it. Look at him.
And it doesn't seem like a lot of people like him.
The worst thing you can say is it doesn't seem like a lot of people like him. Really, Ethan? Really?
But anyway, here's his take about, and this is the thing that you're like, oh my God.
A friend of the show, Chris Kunzler, who was here, he joined us live for like an hour, very nice hour-long conversation during the fundraiser we did a few months ago. Helped us raise a bunch of money. Chris is awesome. And his co-host on No Politic here, Isaac, also a friend of the show, was also here in the fundraiser. Two really great dudes who we really love here on the channel. And a lot of you guys love them too. We know that.
How do people actually have this opinion?
Psychotic terrorist death cult. So would some people in Hamas kill for fun? Probably.
Iranian protesters are a psychotic activists who get paid for by the
literally look. You can see the cut within the same sentence.
For fun, probably.
Iranian protesters are a psychotic activists who get.
See that? Literally, like there's a jump cut within that one sentence. It's like it's those things that Ethan makes fun of. And now on ABC, starring in the new movie. Like when they cut up people's, like that's what they did to him here. You know. And now on Obi-Wan, Disney Plus. Like it's literally that's what they're doing here, Ethan. Can't you? Like, come on, man.
Would some people in Hamas kill for fun? Probably.
Iranian protesters are a psychotic activists who get paid for by the Israeli government and the CIA exclusively. You know, once again, the irony of this kind of stuff, where Hassan does actually have his own thought.
Like the tone that he's reading it in, like it sounds like sarcastic. It sounds like he's just being sarcastic. He's not making a serious point. He doesn't even sound. Honestly, he sounds like he's reading a comment here.
So the Iranian protesters.
So like this 6 chopped to bits fucking. It's the 6-second little clip that has been edited like 7 times. There's like 7 cuts in these 6 seconds. That is what Ethan is using to represent Chris Kunzler's total opinion on the situation in Iran. You know, an incredibly complex fucking situation boiled down to 6 seconds by Ethan Klein. Like, why do you have a crew of like 30 people? If this is they do that to me all the time. Like, I would put on like Ethan Klein would invite me to the H3 podcast. Like, Millhouse, come to the show. Anthony, my beloved Anthony, come to the show. I would make like a fucking 2-hour-long live stream, dedicate like 30 minutes explaining to Ethan like why I don't want to come on the show, but like what I would hope to accomplish, etc., etc. His subreddit would post like a 6-second clip of me on his subreddit. And that's all they would react to. They literally use their subreddit for research. Like his crew, Ethan, your crew is bleeding you dry, man. I don't know what AB's salary is, but they're taking your money and they're not doing any research. They're not actually watching what people are saying. They're going to your subreddit and they're using what your fans are like deceptively cutting up and editing for you to see just to rage bait you. They have the worst fans. Like AB during the break, AB was live. I did a live stream talking about their dog, what was happening. It was kind of just in good fun, you know, trying to give them some advice. But AB's audience, while he was driving, they're like, Millhouse is talking shit about you and saying that like they should take your dog away. It's like, I wasn't saying any of that. Ethan's audience does the same. The H3 audience loves to bait them, whether it's Ethan or AB or any of them, to like get them angry and get them to react. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your fans don't want what's best for you. Your fans always want you angry. They always want you reacting to things, and they want you stressed out. Like, AB, I never said that your dog should be taken away. I never talked shit about your dog. I was saying it needs a little bit of training. They're like, Anthony, Millhouse is talking shit about you. And then they just get angry. And now, same with Ethan. It's like, dude.
Like a terrorist death cult. So would some people in Hamas kill for fun? Probably.
Iranian protesters are a psychotic activists who get paid for by the Israeli government and the CIA exclusively. You know, once again, the irony of this kind of stuff, where Hassan does actually have his own thoughts.
So the Iranian protesters, where do they get off to say such a thing? That's
Numfo calling me Moghouse. Let's go. One more Mog. 1, 2. Actually very easy. All I gotta do is clinch. You see that? If you clinch your jaw, automatically gives you like kind of a jaw. Look at that. Not clinched. Clinched. Relax your jaw and then clinch. This is so fucking stupid.
And like, to your friend, like the people that literally are dead, to just be like, nah, they're just assets for America and Israel. It's just so fucked up, man.
Let's try to get some of that alpha music. 1 second. How do I even look for that on YouTube? Do you guys know any of the names of those alpha songs? Alpha music. That's so cringe, bro. Alpha male music. There we go. Confidence boost. Is that it? Does anyone know any of those, like, those alpha male fucking... All right, let's go back to the show.
Yeah, like there are two things. One is, first, the regime does not need anyone to just like pay to just like go and protest against them, because the regime itself is the oppressor,
right?
And it's the worst propaganda for themselves. Like, the regime itself is the only reason that the Iranians...
Is this getting blocked? You think so? Did I win? Did I mog the... Who am I mogging? Anyways, isn't mogging when I'm directly like standing next to someone and then I need to get like the crew on the show. I need to get Nour and Karine and just fucking mog them instantly. They think they look good. Move out of the way. Let me mog you. We got this, folks. We got this.
Need to go and protest to get their freedom.
They already have every reason in the world. They don't need to be pushed.
Exactly. Like the things that we talked about. Like, name one country that is just like brutally arresting, attacking their people like this. So we do not need anyone to do this.
Haley's saying I mogged everyone. Let's go. Mog is pog. Let's go. Mog house. Let's fucking go.
But let me tell you this, Ethan, because I totally believe that if there is a regime change in Iran, one of the countries that is gonna get the most benefit from is gonna be the US, Israel, and some other countries in Europe. And
okay, wait, I'm not listening to this guy anymore, which is offensive. Okay, Chris, so we talked about Chris. They mentioned Lebanon and, a little bit later. Lebanon mentioned, then we can stop, and then we'll mog, and then we'll end the live stream. How about that? With one final moggin.
People do not have schools in like south of Iran.
And then you have Nasrallah, who's like, guess what, guys? We have a ton of rockets that we can just shoot into Israel and get exploded and basically do nothing.
Exactly. Like this is exactly his sentence all the time. As long as Iran has money, we have money. And if Iran was like a country
If it's copyrighted, I'll mute the music later. You know what? Maybe no more mogging. No more mogging.
For example, the U.S. I've seen many people being really angry that the U.S. is helping Israel. And right now, the U.S. in terms of economic and how people are doing, I'm not saying it's perfect, it's the best, but it's one of the really good countries in like top 10 or 20, right? So imagine, make it like the Iranian currency right now. I think after Venezuela, it's the worst currency. Just see how bad everything is. And with all that situation, you're still helping.
Yeah, I think we have worse currency. We'll look at the top 10 worst currencies in a second.
Israel. Right. How bad it would be. You're having like the same thing is happening here in my country. People do not want their money to be.
One saliva bubble. The Beckham drama will be this week, either Wednesday or Thursday. I promise.
Be spent on anything with any benefits, and I'm talking on behalf of. I'm telling you, more than 80%, 90% of Iranians.
You're in the middle of like a Great Depression, like a national crisis, and they're spending a ton of your money to somebody else to waste. Yeah,
exactly.
Seeing Iran is number 2 right now in the world.
Sorry, say that. Say again.
I'm seeing Iran's number 2 and Lebanon's number 1. Shout out
for what value of money?
For the
Lebanon is
weakest currencies. Yeah.
Holy.
And you come after me. You see the shit I'm going through here. My currency is the weakest currency. Everyone's money in the bank is worth shit. Everybody lost all their life savings. And you out there fucking coming after me, trying to get my YouTube channel reported. Trying to take bread off of my table. Trying to get the food off. Trying to get the clothes, take the clothes off my back. Take the roof off of my head. By the way, people are saying there might be a big earthquake coming to Lebanon. Shout out earthquakes. Apparently we're due for a big one. We can talk about that this week if you want. There's some guy who predicts earthquakes on Twitter, who's predicting another one here. He's been right before. He's a bit kooky, but he's predicting a big earthquake. You heard it here first. So if it happens, clip this. Big earthquake coming to Lebanon. Fuck. But anyways, yeah, we're suffering. Let me look up most devalued currencies in the world. Top 10 weakest currencies in the world. Wow, this is updated more than a year ago. This was in 2024, but I mean, look, we're number 1, baby. Here are the top 10 weakest global currencies based on their value in comparison with USD in 2024, with the weakest on top. Look at that. Holy shit. This is kind of shit, man. Look at my sister's from Lebanon dating an Iranian too. What a power couple. That's a power couple right there, folks. That is a power couple. Then we got Vietnam, Laos, Sierra Leone, Indonesia, Uzbekistan, Guinea, Paraguay, and Madagascar. We're in good company. But if you ain't first, you're last, folks. Number one. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Little fun facts about Lebanon.
Shit. I didn't know that. That's wrong.
What happened to Venezuela?
Yeah, do you feel bad now, Ethan? Look at that. Look at that. Him feeling bad about it.
For what? Value of money?
For the
Lebanon is
weakest currencies, yeah.
Holy shit. I didn't know that. That's wrong.
What happened to Venezuela?
It is rough, isn't it, Ethan? Don't you feel bad now? Don't you feel bad? You bastards. But yeah, anyways. We're done with this, Ethan. We're 2 hours and 41 minutes. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough for H3. So they went for our friend of the show, Chris Kunzler, Idubbbz, Anissa. Enough mogging, too much mogging. That's it. You guys can't handle it. I'm looks maxing too much, yo. Too much looks maxing here. Look at my ears, though. All right. That's enough. Okay, people are now starting to like the not hate the face. Look, it's I have a jawline. People are surprised that I have a jawline. I have no upper lip. That's my thing. I have almost no upper lip. The beard helps with the lack of an upper lip. No, stop. I'm gonna become Lebanon's #1 mogger. Can I do that at least? I just gotta stand next to a stranger and make them look inferior just by being myself. Oh look, Asmongold has coverage. Iranian president has gone insane. What does Asmongold think? I'm kidding. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine? Oof. So anyways, Lego calls happening tomorrow, hopefully, if I do a live stream tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to be recording the Patreon Gordon Ramsay reaction, and I will be uploading that onto Patreon hopefully tomorrow. So patrons, look forward to that. I'll be doing an exclusive members live stream probably Thursday or Friday for members, so look forward to that. I will have Karine and Nour over to talk about the Beckham drama either tomorrow night or Thursday night. I think it's most likely going to be Thursday night because I have not heard back from them for today, for tomorrow. So tomorrow night, here's what's probably going to happen. Tomorrow night, expect a gaming live stream on the gaming channel. Thursday night, a crew stream right here on the channel. Patrons accept that Gordon Ramsay upload this week. Members expect a members live stream on Friday. And gaming members expect the gaming live stream as well. I'll figure that out later. And now he says, how much is Patreon? It's from as low as $5 upwards of $50. It's $5, $8. We have 5, 8, 20, and 50. For you crazies out there, thank you so much, everyone, for the support. No pressure, obviously. But if you want those Gordon Ramsay reactions, you just got to do it. I'm sorry. What can I say? Also, the ladies are going to be working on exclusive Patreon content as well. Nour and Karine are reading weird books that they're going to review and stuff. So, busy week here on the channel. So, tomorrow night, if the girls aren't coming, we will do a gaming stream. Thursday, crew stream. Talk about Beckham's, other fun stuff. I want to do maybe a movie stream. There's a bunch of movies. I want to react to like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon have been doing a lot of really nice, interesting podcast interviews. I kind of want to just sit down and like watch their conversation with Joe Rogan because they touch on so many interesting things like streaming, theatrical distribution, AI, just the movie industry stuff that I love, that I'm very interested in, that I talk about a lot in my spare time, that I used to cover on YouTube a lot back in the day. I'm a big movie guy, big TV industry guy. I worked in TV for 7 years, etc. So might do something like that. Depends on how the weekend shapes up. All right, everybody. Love you all. Thank you to our members, to everybody who gifted a membership today, to everybody who sent in a super chat. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your constant support, to all our members, all our patrons. We love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us, for having a good time. I will see you later in the week. We love you. One final mogging. Should we do one final mogging? Should we or should not? We probably shouldn't. We probably shouldn't for the copyright. I shouldn't do it.